Man, that's a particular valley. If you're not a Wikipedia famous person and you're not a Kiwi Farms famous person.
Well, because she hasn't done anything super embarrassing besides this movie.
No, it does, yeah, no, it doesn't. And like, I don't know, like fucking, I don't know if this movie's embarrassing. I don't know what this movie is. I don't know how it makes me feel. I know I don't like it sometimes, but I know sometimes I kind of like it.
Same. I mean, but then sometimes it was like really bad New York art trash, where it's like everybody's nodding very seriously, and it's like
somebody's sharing audio.
What?
I was hearing like music for a second. Maybe it's just the schizoids, but I thought like,
that's
go ahead.
Because I don't have my headphones on, because I'm just a rookie. Jeez.
I don't fucking care.
Here, wait. Let me grab my headphones.
I used to care about headphones and a cat ate them.
Tidy up your room. You got a desk with many drawers. Why don't you set? If you got a new
Well, okay, see, that was the kicker. That was like, because I bought like fucking 2 pairs of headphones that got ate by the cat, and then I fucking bought a third and I kept it in my drawer. But this drawer has like fucking other things. They just like it when this drawer opens, so fucking cats would just go in there. But now like Tulsi doesn't really eat headphones as much, so I might as well just do them. What'd you fucking say? What did you just use a straightalist word? A word that otherizes non-straights?
Fuck me like I'm 13. Fuck me like I'm 13. Younger.
Younger.
If anything, that was okay for being so.
Yeah,
stupid.
no, dude. Fucking, this is uncomfortable panty shots month on Bad Circle.
Oh.
Yeah. No, for real. It's I didn't really realize how similar this movie was to Raw until I actually watched it. After that episode. And
dude, we're elevating female filmmakers this month as well.
We really are.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
we're doing our part. We're trying to lean in, or maybe lean out.
Punching
whatever our part
I think
is.
by choosing this movie, we are punching up against the pedophile elite.
I agree with that, and like honestly, here at Bad Circle, we try to punch up against the pedophile elite any opportunity we are given.
Every chance.
And women.
Yeah, so this is a complicated film.
And
for
women,
us.
yes.
We're really having a hard one at the moment, but I mean, I think we hate the pedophile elite maybe a little bit more. So I don't know.
I do. I don't know about you guys.
I know what my big problem is right now. Do I hit the pedophiles first or the women?
Jeez.
Yeah,
now that Elon Musk is on Twitter, you can do whatever you want, Brant.
Might as well go for both.
Yeah.
I'm feeling like I should just become like a feminist in order to balance out the misogyny in our group.
Actually, this is a very women-respecting podcast. I feel like we're generally pretty nice to them. Yeah,
it has been this month.
This month has been very kind. I mean, it's funny. You mentioned it earlier when in our chat about Rocky V feeling like 5 years ago, and it's true. Like we started this month off very masculine, and then we got buck broken.
There's a lot of cock.
Then we got buck broken. And now we got our bucks got broke so hard that we were just watching women, and it's just like, man, what do you do? What do you do?
I didn't even think about that, man. That's actually like a wonderful narrative that just got birthed out of that. That really adds to the Bad Circle lore.
Yeah,
I like that. Man, fucking Jeffrey Epstein's Island, like it kind of it's like freaky. It's like, and like just the fact that you know that they like bang kids and shit, like that makes it like not cool. But like if that wasn't the case, that would be an amazing place to trip balls. Like just with that fucking sun on the fucking ground, the weird gazebos and shit.
Yeah, I'd love to see you trip balls on Jeffrey Epstein's Island, Dwayne. You would probably have the biggest panic attack in the world.
No. See, that's why I'm saying like I couldn't do it now because there's so many fucking just like raped girl ghosts. They bring it up and fucking don't just forget. Like celebrities that we all respect doing.
What are we forgetting, Matt?
When you're, remember when they were like taking fucking Adderall or whatever, like pouring over all the pictures on Google.
Even better than Adderall.
Vyvanse, yeah. I haven't heard. I don't know for firsthand, but I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, no, I heard.
blonde
Like,
meth head chick is
I
like,
heard somebody
she's
tell
like,
me
look,
once it was really good.
to the untrained eye, it looks like a door, but it's obviously painted on. It's an elevator shaft. It's like, the whole building's fake. Everything's fake.
Yeah. So one thing that was like I was fighting with when I was watching this movie was like it would dip into things that like you were like, oh, I like stuff where it's like I've always wanted a movie to talk about these types of conspiracies, but then at the same time,
And like straight
let
up
me finish.
statements
Hold
that
on.
I fucking
So like at the
blanketly
same
agree
time,
with.
they also did not get into like the depths of the conspiracies as I wanted it also, because it's like they're doing the is the door thing, is the blah 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 this, and it's like, okay, if you had just gone on like some schizo threads on 4chan, or if you had really done your homework, you could have gotten some actual schizo stuff and put that up on the screen, and this was your chance.
All very surface level.
Yeah, no. And
also like that's why I actually thought it was a fucking because I didn't know who this person was at all who was making it. So I thought it was a fucking parody of I thought it was another fucking just like fucking just making fun of the internet, like fucking parody of QAnon retard bullshit. Especially when there were lines like, "Have you heard of Pizzagate?" And so that sounds like a joke, but I'm like fucking like Pizzagate has like it was fucking the media that called it Pizzagate too. There was like some shit behind that. But so, I don't know. I thought this was a parody at first. It seemed like it was like I fucking refer to like the conspiracy theorist chick. I thought of her as just like the true crime fanatic.
Yeah.
So like. It seems like a parody of white women. I thought that's what it was.
Which one? Because there's two. There's the realtor meth head, who's a conspiracy theorist, and then there's the black long-haired douchey pawn conspiracy theorist.
Mm-hmm.
Which one are you talking about?
Well, what do you mean? What am I talking about?
You said the conspiracy. Which one? I'm just asking. Which one?
I'm talking about the fucking actual, because like the dark-haired lady eventually turns out to have been part of the Epstein saga, like part of the family, part of the clan.
Yeah, the whole time.
I'm talking about the chick who's actually played by fucking Sailor Moon or whatever,
Can we watch that video now?
Let's if we're doing the thing, let's pull up the context so that I have not seen this. I believe these people may have. I have
but you want like a specific part in this?
No, Brant. Just basically just keep it playing. Hopefully.
Is this Lauren Southern? Is that Lauren?
No, that's not. That's just some InfoWars chick from like.
That's every InfoWars chick just wishes they were Lauren Southern.
Yeah, basically. I mean, it's not even InfoWars. It's like Ann Coulter. Fucking like every conservative woman has to have like the same exact look, basically. But,
are you sharing audio, Brant? What is what it was? What
no, he can't share audio in this. So the context on this is an
Could
old
you fucking
InfoWars
hold on to your
clip.
nutsacks? Jesus Christ!
What?
It just cut me down already.
What do you cut you down on? What are you talking about? Okay, whatever. This is a 12-year-old video, I think.
Which is exactly how old I like them.
No, 13 was the prime age, according to this movie.
According to this movie,
she could have gone to 12. She could have gone younger.
My yum.
I don't know. Jeffrey Epstein apparently was 13. Fan of that one, I guess. Probably because it's an unlucky number, honestly. He didn't have any qualms with 12, but like 13 is unlucky. This is the director of the movie.
Epstein feels like he could have been like, if not a demon, like demon adjacent. Like there's more. In my opinion, it kind of seems like more likely that Ghislaine was the real demon.
Yeah, I don't think so.
So did you guys know Ghislaine?
I think Ghislaine was like the harpy. I think she was like the little demon, like on his side, basically. Like
yeah, but she was the one who actually like fucking like went girl to girl with young ladies and was like, this is just what it's like. This is just how you do. Like that's some fucking.
That is pretty fucked. That's like, yeah. No,
that's some evil, because like at least like, and I'm not saying it excuses it, but Jeffrey Epstein was a fucking sex weirdo, like at least it's like understandable that he needed to come in his fucking evil ass way, but fucking Ghislaine wasn't even trying to nut.
Pause it at a good still, Brant. Well, yeah, but Ghislaine was just being a power hungry bitch. Okay, we didn't even talk about that
why
clip.
I think it works.
I just want to talk about that clip for just 1 second, just because that was the director of this movie. It doesn't matter, you don't have to go back. But that was the director of this movie, and this was like a 12-year-old clip. That was the first thing I ever saw. Or I didn't know about her for a while, and only from that clip. That was like something. But basically, she is a Twitter personality. She's like the edgy leftist kind of side of Twitter.
Dirtbag leftist, as Wikipedia says.
Yeah, whatever that means. I've seen that term. But like, she has a podcast called The Red Scare with fuck, I'm forgetting the other chick's name.
Wait, that's who this is?
Yes, Brant. That's why I was like trying to say. I was like,
okay, yes, okay.
Oh,
yeah.
I like that people know.
So Brant, Eddie would have been.
Political irony. No wonder I just spit it out every fucking like third.
Brant, what
Eddie
is this podcast?
Brant, Eddie should have been on this podcast. Honestly, doesn't Eddie listen to the Red Scare?
Why the fuck would I?
Huh?
Why? Who would? Who would? It's just like a political nonsense show. What do you think?
No, Eddie does. Eddie listens to the Red Scare.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does. He said that in not in the boardroom. He said that in the old chat. He said, quote, I listen to the Red Scare because, quote, I like to hear women talk sometimes. And that was his reasoning. Not to,
there are like there's an entire like fucking. I can send him some links. There's an entire subgroup on Pornhub that just hit that itch right there.
He's not a degenerate piece of shit like you.
No,
he's got,
Dwayne, it's just like hearing women just like talk. Like it's actually literally just talking.
That's probably on Pornhub too. I'm not sure, but that's probably on Pornhub.
Hey, they don't have full-length movies on Pornhub anymore, so fuck that.
It's
there's
the
nothing
girl
there
version
anymore.
of Chapo Trap House or like Cumtown, I guess.
Yeah, basically, it's the female Cumtown, from what I understand.
Yeah.
I've never listened to an episode.
But Cumtown's like really funny. Cumtown's like fucking like straight up.
Well, these chicks are apparently supposed to be pretty funny too. I mean, they have funny Twitter content every once in a while. I followed Dasha on Twitter for a while. I don't follow her anymore because like I got a new account, but I followed her on Twitter for a while, and she had pretty good stuff. And also, the co-host of the Red Scare, their podcast, Last Thing, is the lady that plays Ghislaine in this movie. So that's the other dirtbag leftist.
Was this movie funny?
Yeah.
Was it supposed to be funny?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'm pretty sure like the funny parts were supposed to be funny for the most part.
What funny parts?
Well, okay, so it rides that New York
those scenes right
trashy
now, just like
art
the scene when
line.
they're met the fuck out and just like bouncing back and forth and eventually eating pussies and
but Dwayne, it's kind of like Andy Warhol, like that kind of scene funny, I think. Like the joke is that you're watching it and you're trying to take it seriously in some parts, honestly. Like that's a New York fucking like.
Okay, see, I don't
personally
see. That's not necessarily the question I was asking because that doesn't mean something is really funny. Like, because if you're playing it for laughs because to, like, fucking, I guess, fuck with people, like, it's not necessarily being funny inherently. It's more you laughing at people, you know?
Oh, this takes place during
Christmas, but that's funny.
That's called being a cunt, you know?
Yeah, but
like, it's like, if I did that,
like,
when I was if you're in a group full of people and nobody gets the joke, and you keep making like just.
Then you're in this podcast.
Yeah, like what the fuck are you talking about? That's this whole fucking podcast.
No, I'm saying if you're like in a group, if you're in a room and like picture you as the movie at this point, it's a metaphor. If you're in a room and you make a joke, and that joke is a joke that you know nobody in the room is going to initially understand, you're kind of just fucking with them, then it's really more for you. And if you're only making comedy out of the purpose of making yourself laugh, even like beyond like a fucking Andy Kaufman ironic thing, like then you're kind of being a cunt.
Yeah, but Dwayne, okay, so that's where the other portion comes in, is what happens when other cunts find that funny? Does it then become comedy again?
It becomes a great way to fucking like show a screening and then just start pulling guns out, man. That sounds like a great way. That sounds like a rat trap.
It's New York. Only cunts are gonna be going to the fucking show. It's in fold out fucking the showing of this in some shitty little New York like diner or wherever they had their screening had fold out like fucking wooden chairs and everybody was uncomfortable and it was cigarette smoke everywhere and everyone goes there was hookahs and everyone's going wow. Actually no, that was the thing I liked about this movie is as New York, you know, shit like fucking avant-garde art stuff that as there was as much as there was, what I liked was that the New York cocksuckers couldn't like it all the way because it's about Jeffrey Epstein. It pretty much trashes their entire like beloved city.
That is kind of fair.
And
honestly, like there are some fucking really funny like lines that would not be funny to that audience as well.
Yeah.
Like there's that fucking line at the end when she's like that scene at the end when the fucking conspiracy theorist chick director lady is like fucking at the store to try to get fucking the dead girl's boyfriend, and she's just like screaming at him in almost unintelligible, like clear hysterics. Like, firstly, like that was a good interpretation of hysterics. That's what like that was some like actually
not a
like,
bad
really
actress actually.
But the line at the end, the line she screams at him at the end is, "Now, Greg, you fucking faggot!" And like that's what makes him go. And
oh right,
damn, that's a little base.
Well,
that's
and they're also just like they're also calling him gay. Like they're like, "Oh yeah, that guy's gay." Like yeah,
which is why I thought this was a parody of white people when I first started watching.
Yeah, like even his girlfriend's like he's retarded, whatever, and he just all he does is play Honey Pop or whatever that like titty game is.
Yeah,
he just fucking.
Which honestly,
that was like which was funny, but it was also just like have you guys seen Cuck?
No. You know what else was really funny was the guy in the magic apothecary or whatever. He was like, "Oh, you need to leave your house right now, and then my store immediately after or whatever."
Yeah, one more piece of evidence that was clear like white people parody because they go to a crystal fucking. It was white bitch parody. It was fucking. They go to the crystal guy, and the crystal guy is like, and the crystal guy is presented like an all-knowing fucking gypsy in any other horror movie.
What?
Well, I can kind of see what he's talking about, Brant. Like it's not necessarily a parody, but it's got like it is like edgy white girl. It's making fun of edgy white girls, I think, honestly. Like a good portion of this was.
They're fucking super into true crime, which I guess it manifests into fucking Jeffrey Epstein in this particular instance. And they fucking go to a crystal man to tell them whether the vibes are right.
And the movie starts with the two like best friends. You know, it starts like a college movie. It starts with the two best friends looking through their apartment and going, "This is kind of weird, huh? Wow, oh."
Who cares?
You know, that's wacky hijinks. Like for other movies, that's a setup for a lot of wacky hijinks.
Yeah, and the guy who was selling the house was written like he was in a comedy because he wasn't like trying to sell the house at all, which I guess
I think that
ended up being Satan. But
I think that was just a New York landlord.
Yeah,
I think that was just a normal New York landlord, honestly.
Yeah. He was a real estate agent.
What? You don't have a broom? You don't have a broom?
No, he was.
Yeah, no, they said like pay to get clean. You don't have a broom, but I guess like he was Satan, and he knew that she was like part of the Satanism.
Wait, so where are you getting this Satan thing? You're saying
well, he thought that he was Satan, but at the end when they're at the piano and shit, like they make clear like allusions to like some sort of fucking like ritual or demonic bullshit they're up to.
Yeah,
it's not necessarily he's Satan, like but essentially he is in this story, is what I mean. Like he's like the fucking like devil. He's the evil.
The fucking ham thing was so stupid too. It was just like
what was
stupid? It was kind of a cheap scare, yeah.
Oh.
I mean, what I liked about it was like, I liked. I mean, when you give it the context of, when you give it the context of like that was a Jeffrey Epstein dinner. Like, who did Jeffrey Epstein have over when he had that ham? Some girl ate that ham and then got raped. Probably. That's probably what happened.
Pussy.
Like is that like something that you're supposed to think about when you see that ham?
No. But like I'm just adding. I think you can give this movie a lot more merit when you just add the context of Jeffrey Epstein. I feel like so.
Now they know a podcast.
That's where the merit comes from. Honestly, like without that.
Well,
if it was like any other true crime case and it didn't have the weird conspiracy angle, this would be like this wouldn't have the interesting element, you know.
But I will give Dasha, whatever, I can't remember her last name. I'll give her like credit. It was actually I liked the cinematography for the most part. It was a pretty well made movie, and actually she was probably the best actress in the movie. Like the lead actresses, actually the weird one got better. I feel like she kind of started out a little cringy and then blah, but like the one that got super the one that got like mega mind raped. I did not think she was a very good actress. I don't know.
I didn't think so.
That should not have fallen on her.
Honestly,
it was a little much.
She had such a disturbing part and a lot of disturbing things to do, but I never really felt that disturbed. I was more just.
Have you guys ever seen
outside of like the child shit that she was doing and like the
but that's just scary. That's scary. Where you could have the worst actress in the world, and if she's saying "fuck me like I'm 13," it's always going to be disturbing. You know, like that's always going to be weird. But what this movie needed was like there's like I don't know. There's that 80s movie called Possessed. I'm pretty sure. You guys ever seen that one? Where it's like Hugh Grant. No, not Hugh Grant. Who's the Jurassic Park guy? Sam Neill. His wife is going absolutely batshit. and she's doing like the whole like crazy woman hysterics thing. But she sells the performance like she's like spitting up milk and like acting like an absolute lunatic, and that's the entire reason that movie's good. It's not a very good movie, but her performance sells it, and that's what this movie needed. It needed a performance that elevated it beyond just the kind of trashy thing.
It just feels like you said, like an 80s movie. All of it, they all feel like they're flat 80s actresses, and for that, I guess if that's what they're going for, they did a great job, because it's fucking mind numbing to just hear them say the same flat lines and just like have these flat reactions and this fucking film grain and fucking glue over everything and fuzz. And I was just like, oh, I thought we got rid of this because we know it looks bad and because everything fucking doesn't flow with it.
I liked
fucking shaky cam shit too.
I works, man.
I liked it, honestly.
Acting wasn't that bad. Like I really like. Charm. I think that everybody had at least a couple of bad scenes in this movie, but I honestly think that as actors, I didn't think anybody was like I pictured this movie like with some of the dialogue, like I could picture it being delivered so much worse.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know. I feel like everybody at least did an all right job.
Yeah, well, for a movie that was made up of like podcast hosts and whoever this chick is.
And some of the dialogue feels like total fucking
random woman off
random dialogue that should be delivered by an idiot.
Want to be in a movie?
Yeah, no, this movie feels like it was made by friends, but it was made like they pulled it off. Is the thing they were able to pull it off. Like, if we were to make a Jeffrey Epstein movie, I would be happy if it was this good, honestly, Brant. I'd be fine with that. Like, if we were going to make a movie about getting possessed in Jeffrey Epstein's apartment, like, totally fine. Totally fine.
So there was no particular reason...
Did they ever explain... It's such a goddamn cum-town idea. I totally get it. Yeah, it is. This is the female cum-town, because it's like they had a podcast where like, what if there was like a horror movie where we got... possessed by Epstein. Like,
this is like this is the rebuttal. This is the better version of Tusk. Basically, it was a movie that was born out of a podcast and doesn't suck absolute balls. Like
I got a question.
What?
Did they ever in this movie explain who possessed girl's dad was? Because they made a big deal of it at the beginning. Yeah, they said he was a Jew. And they said that he wasn't going to give her any money, and like that, and that was it. And like, and then there was like the whole connection. She was possessed. So, and I was very surprised it didn't go this way, but I was pretty convinced in the first act that her dad was going to be Jeffrey Epstein. I was pretty convinced.
That would have been funny. I would have loved this movie.
No, that's true. I forgot about that. They made a point.
I thought that the way that they had so much dialogue about her like father in the first scene. Like, it just made me think that there was going to be something that came of that, but it ended up being
maybe Dwayne. Maybe what they were trying to do is they were trying to show that Jeffrey Epstein, for all his faults, was actually inclusive and also raped Jewish girls. Like it was.
It was a sex position.
Yeah,
well, it wasn't.
I mean, it was. He didn't technically rape. I mean, he might have mind raped this girl, but all I'm saying is. Like he wasn't afraid to go within his own like side also. Like Jeffrey Epstein was he was a man of all people, I think. Maybe that's what they were going for. Are you frozen?
No.
Oh, I thought he was just staring at me disappointedly, but he's actually just frozen.
He's frozen. No, it's I don't know, man. Yeah, it's like I think if this was worse, I would have liked this movie more. I think that's what's missing. It's competent.
What do you mean worse?
If I was like, okay, this is like a solid C grade movie.
Okay.
Or this is like a high C. It's like touch and B. I want like a C minus. I think would work. Like if they got just like, like a touch goofier. Like if Epstein was like. Yeah, like just
Brant, like they had a whole scene where like she's mashing food with her fucking like she masturbates with Prince Andrew's photo. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's just weird. I just want
like dumb
stuff
goofy, though.
Like just Lane like shows up with like a bunch of Girl Scouts. She's like, oh, whoops, sorry, or something. Like,
oh, okay. You want like some Mel Brooks in there? Like if Mel Brooks was making a Jeffrey Epstein movie.
She was just like, Ghislaine was. That was a weird one too, where they just saw Ghislaine. It's just like, oh, that was. It's like, oh, I guess that is supposed to be her.
And so with the that makes so much more. Like that was so that she could get her podcast host or her co-host into the movie. That's what that was. They said, oh, you kind of look like Ghislaine Maxwell. You should be in the movie. We should have a scene where you see Ghislaine Maxwell on the street. Like, I think
when
that's
did this movie take
reason.
place? How long was Ghislaine free after Jeffy done the deed?
A couple of years.
Yeah, it was. She
really?
just,
Wow.
Yeah,
Man,
she.
time fucking flies, dude.
The trial just happened like a little while ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know she's been on trial, but I figured she would have been detained. Like, I guess, like, you just let fucking pedophile allowers with billions of dollars walk around if they're friends with the Clintons.
Yeah, it's literally the government.
That's literally what happens. I mean,
yeah, that's funky.
Dennis
that's
Hastert,
a little funky, isn't it? That's a little goofy,
the former secretary of the Speaker of the House, Dennis Hastert, never did any jail time, and that guy, there's video of that guy fucking children from the FBI. Like, they don't give a shit.
Is he alive? Is he?
I think he might have died now, but he lived for a good 10 years after that happened, and nobody knows about Dennis Hastert. Nobody knows that fucking guy.
No, I didn't know about
former
Dennis.
Speaker of the House that the FBI knew about.
Where was he from? Wait, he was a senator or whatever?
No, he was the Speaker of the House. He was the Speaker of
Where was he from? Where was he from?
Why does that fucking matter?
What the fuck does that matter?
Why would it matter?
I want to know. I care about the states.
You look it up yourself. This isn't the fucking deep dive.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so he was educated in Illinois. Does that help you, Dwayne? Are you happy now?
I just wanted to know what fucking district he was elected from.
Okay. He wasn't. He was the Speaker of the House.
The Speaker of the House is a congressperson, Brant, and a congressperson needs to be elected in a district.
I get what you mean, but Dwayne, it's the fucking government. It's made up of pedophiles. Like, what the fuck?
I know, just like, if he was a Californian, it would make even more sense, was like the only thing I was
Oh, you just wanted to dunk on some Callies?
Sure
okay.
they all elected.
Callies are fucking, like, if it was a Tennessean, I just wanted to know, dude. Like, that intrigues me.
If it was a Texan, I'd be happy to jump on the bandwagon and say, fuck Texans. Okay. Like, you can all go fuck yourselves.
I'm just gonna Google it for myself.
Go fuck yourself, Texas, you fucking faggots. Yeah, yeah, Dennis, okay, that was a tangent. But anyway, I just always like to bring up Dennis Hastert. But,
Illinois' congressional 14th district.
Yeah, Ghislaine was walking around for a while, and this movie was supposed to be released in 2020, it says. So that was when the initial release was, and then it, I guess, got actually released in 2021 on Shudder or whatever. So this movie was taking place in the midst of, like, the whole Jeffrey Epstein thing. Like, that was, like, or not in the midst, but, like, shortly after. Because that was, like, 2019, 2018? When was that? I don't know.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I think it was 2018.
Okay. Yeah, so this was, like,
was COVID.
They probably started making this movie right when Jeffrey Epstein was, like, killing himself, probably.
They at least finished before.
Quote, unquote.
Yeah.
No one here, like, we just want to say that we all here are very.
Yes, please read the description of this video if you haven't seen an upload from us in a while. Yeah.
I'm very happy to be alive. I have no intentions of killing myself.
The food here is great. The food here is
great.
Actually, that brings us to another part with the suicide. I liked the where she's trying out, like, how Epstein would have killed himself. And she's just fucking.
Yeah, she was just like proving
herself.
it. She was just like, "Here, I'll prove it to you." Like that would be such an interesting.
And then the other girl, they're cutting that. It's a montage scene, or not montage, but they're cutting back and forth between her hanging herself and the other girl masturbating violently in front of Jeffrey Epstein's, like, apartment, his actual apartment. No, I think that was his actual apartment.
She was, like, fingering the E's or whatever.
Yeah. It was so goofy. And it went on for so long. She was fingering herself.
Oh, it was such a long scene.
Good 5 minutes.
That chick, too, the blonde one, is literally the worst, I don't know, reporter, detective, because, like, she goes to the apartment of this high-level person. She's like, there's all this crazy stuff around him. And the first person she sees, she's like, immediately like, oh, I'm investigating. I'm in on some deep shit, and I have all the secrets and stuff. It's like, of course you're going to get murdered at the end.
Yeah.
She tied the noose around her neck.
Yeah, no, you don't say shit like that. Like, I mean, you spent all this time talking about how Jeffrey Epstein was murdered in prison, and then you say dumb shit like that. Like,
to hang yourself in front of the person, like, literally, after you meet them.
Yeah. No, well, that was the other thing, like, the true crime girl, as we're calling her, like, the Dasha, the actual filmmaker, her character kind of comes... I feel like they could have established her character a little more, because she kind of comes in like she's almost like the troublemaker, or she's like this whirlwind that just comes about. But then it's like, nothing really happens with her character. There's no revelation. There's nothing that kind
she's
of
just
like...
gay.
Yeah, it's like, okay, so what? I don't know. Like, there needed to be more of a reason for me, like why she just pops up. There needed to be like something, like or something about her past or something. I don't know. Like she just kind of pops up, and they don't do any more from that. I guess like it's
I
not,
think that's probably like just like down to like the core of it. That's probably like why this movie is missing something. Is like it just like it didn't explore like the characters at all. Like,
no.
it was just
It's an hour and 20 minutes. I mean,
yeah, and like fucking
was
maybe there was
stupid.
more character shit, and maybe it was fucking cut because it was fucking cringe. I don't
also
know.
like it's an hour and 20 minutes, but they could have cut so much masturbating out of this movie. They could have cut a lot of like just
So
food
much
shit, just like gold, like,
Tits.
yeah, just like gross out stuff. They could have cut a lot of shit in this movie and actually given.
But
some
without the
characters
gross out,
time.
well, honestly though, I feel like this movie could have stood up without the gross out stuff. Like it's not like Raw, where Raw was kind of like fucking driven by being freaky body horror. Like this doesn't need it as much,
No.
you know.
Not as much.
Like,
No,
just
I thought it was
just fucking
unnecessary.
showing like the drawing on the tarot card of the two kids was enough to freak me out. You know?
Yeah, I liked
What?
masturbating with Prince Andrew's photo. I thought that was funny. I liked.
Yeah, no, that was all right.
That
That
was
was all right.
good. But-
In the kitty panties, which is a little much.
Yeah, no,
But
like
hard to watch. Hard
Yeah.
to watch.
like there's some
Just-
really.
Yeah,
I'm not saying
gross.
every movie needs the male gaze, but I'm trying to get a boner here from watching a lady.
Yeah,
And
no,
she's an
we've had
adult.
some very
Don't make me
boner
feel
killing.
bad. She's an adult. This isn't
It
cute.
was
Back to
funny.
Raw, like yeah, no, this is like uncomfortable panty shots, just like
It was funny the first time. Like when she was like,
Yeah.
fuck me like I'm on an airplane.
yeah,
Fuck me like I'm younger.
I'm on a
Younger.
Boeing.
Boeing 737.
Yeah, yeah,
Seven-
Now say I'm young.
but then they
You're
keep going.
25.
Then she goes into the
He's like
basement.
24?
Yeah, no,
That-
and then he goes to 18. He's like, oh, 18, yeah, honey.
No, there's a couple, isn't it? It's like you're 26, 25. Then he's like 24. She's like even younger. He's like, oh, you're
With
18.
the
Yeah.
thumb in the mouth, dude. With the thumb in the mouth.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get you're 18, aren't you? And it's like, no, I'm 13.
No.
He's,
Yeah.
"Ah."
No, this movie,
That was
Luke,
this
man.
movie's gonna be up there with Irreversible, where a lot of fucking weirdos are gonna fap to it. Like this movie's gonna be gonna go up on some really gross site just on that one scene, and a lot of weirdos are gonna be like, yes, finally.
Unlike a lot of those movies, though, I feel like if you told the director of this movie that, she would probably think it was all right.
She'd probably think it was fucking hilarious, honestly.
Yeah, she'd probably think it was kind of cool.
Yeah.
You're like, you're kind of ugly. I wish you didn't have so many sex scenes in your fucking movie. It was gratuitous.
I don't know.
You're-
I'm intrigued.
You're kinda
by this
gross.
lady. I think she's an intriguing lady.
She looks like she smells like fucking Miss Bug
Aw.
Repellent.
Brant, she's cute. I think she's cute. I'd give her an 8.
Yeah.
I'd give her
She
a
looks like
solid
you can
8.
touch her hair. Your fucking hair
Of
would come back with
the
something
main
greasy.
three ladies
fine
in this
by
film,
me.
I think she is the cutest of the three ladies.
Yes, I would agree so. I don't know, Brant, who I mean, we're male gazing like it up really hard right now, but who is your favorite?
That's what we're here for. No, because like we're trying to elevate women by showing them a male perspective.
I mean, I got to go with Dasha. I mean, the other one has the nerdy thing going on, which is cute. Definitely, I like her
Addie's
bangs.
pretty cute too, though. But Addie also like just does so much.
Yeah,
freaky shit.
I like the blonde Jew. I like
The blonde Jew. Okay.
I like her. She's
Well,
all right.
she's conventionally attractive. She's very conventionally attractive.
Yeah,
so.
She's such a conventional person, Brant.
But
Yeah.
I think it's also because
There's no BBBs in this movie, so Brant's having a hard time.
I am. There's no like cute squid. There's no the nerdy glasses where they're wearing
Yeah.
like all their favorite animes and shit or whatever. it's just because they're insufferable cunts. I fucking hate all of them. I did. Their character is so deeply flawed and awful. I just don't
They're
like them as
e-girls.
people.
They're actually
They just don't.
e-girls.
It's not that. Let's not. Yeah, let's like it's not like it's just like
Well,
they
what?
just don't. They really aren't fucking explored. They just fucking really aren't fucking.
I'm glad they kind of weren't. Well,
No, they
I
could have
kinda
been
wanna see
explored and it
the,
would have helped, I think.
But I think the only person who was
director chick
definitively
should
and
have
definitely a
explored. That's
cunt
it.
was the black-haired chick, but she
Yeah.
turned out to be the bad guy.
I-
Because like in the beginning, even when she was talking about like, oh, I was raised poor.
There
Like, why
were
don't you
chicks that
fucking, why
suffered
don't you why doesn't your dad give you money? Doesn't he love you? Which is just not what a poor person would say, which makes sense at the end. Like not
That's
that I
pretty
not a
funny.
hashtag
Sure.
not all people, not that I know all the poors. But
I mean, you know,
I don't think a
we're all
poor person
poors.
say to a rich person,
We're
they
all
don't give
poors
you money,
here.
I don't like.
I guess
We're
you've
broke
never
dick.
heard of a welfare check, Dwayne.
Oh!
That's a good point. Are them poors though? Like, is them poors though, or is them's like, whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
Never
Okay.
heard of loan?
There was another here. I want to bring up one other thing in this movie though. like I just want to like there was a line where they're like fucking why would you need a private island unless you were fucking kids, and I'm like of all things to connect to pedophilia.
Yeah.
Like
that's fair.
I would love an island.
Yeah, no, I think I had the same thought when they said that line. I was like, I want a fucking island too. I mean,
yeah, exactly. Like that does it make me a pedophile? Like, why wouldn't you need a private? Like, fucking, you could make a country if you want. Just fucking arm yourself.
There's a lot of things you can do with a private island. Like, it doesn't have to include fucking children. Yeah.
Why would you have a cabin unless you were fucking kids? Fuck off.
Why wouldn't you have a cabin in Montana if you weren't gonna like send bombs to the federal government employees? I mean, geez.
Exactly. Just don't let a couple of bad actors ruin a good action.
Jeffrey Epstein is really
if I could afford an island, I would.
What else can you do with a private island besides smuggle drugs, fuck kids, or commit war crimes? What else can you do with a private island?
Like, Brant, I was gonna say war crimes all the way. Like that's what I was gonna say, Brant. Like you can blow shit up. You can hunt exotic animals. You can hunt humans.
An island, really?
Yeah, you can.
Not really. You're not getting like a lot of land on a private island. You're getting
what island are you talking about, Brant?
The fucking
that island specifically.
Epstein Island.
There's lots of islands though. There's islands that have boars on them.
That's not the only island for
sale. Have you ever seen Lord of the Flies? Remember when they're hunting the boars in Lord of the Flies? Like that's. What about that island? Would that be all right?
That's like Madagascar.
Dude, I'm down with like the island from
Madagascar?
That's not.
What if I can buy it? What if that counts? Like
Madagascar is expensive.
The islands you buy are like little sandbars.
What I
think trying to buy Madagascar is like
you just gotta give him
like
a
up
few
there
like
with fucking Trump trying to buy Greenland.
I'll just give him some Haitian mud cakes and they'll be fine. Like I could buy all of Madagascar with 50 Haitian mud cakes probably.
You could.
Dude, I think that's you're devaluing the use of Madagascar, man.
Yeah, I think Nestle has like pretty much their entire fucking claws down into the fucking roots of that place.
Yeah, I gotta take it up with the chocolate company.
And also, cats, millennials are coming of age to be able to buy islands, and they are big fans of the movie Madagascar, so that price is going to be going up.
That's true, and Chris Rock did just get slapped by Will Smith, so he's kind of in right now. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's honestly true. Like Jake Paul is probably trying to buy Madagascar as we speak.
I mean, it's been a while, Dwayne, but I figured you probably wanted us to drop that in one more time in the podcast, right? So
what?
The Will Smith Chris Rock slap. I'm just getting that.
Oh no, I've like that's old. That's cringe that you brought it up at this point. Like you seem like a late night host right now. Like I wouldn't have brought it up at this point. Like it's been weeks.
Yeah, there it is. He's playing the Honey Pop Titty game.
Yeah, no, this is the Honey Pop Titty game, and she's just sitting there not looking at the screen like fucking. Would women actually fucking like just put up with that and just sit there and be like, oh, he's playing the fapping game?
Yeah.
Like honestly, are there like who the fuck? What? If women out there will do that, honestly, get out of there. Get out of there. What are you doing to yourself? Get out of there.
I mean, I've read enough. I've read enough posts on like the women posting their L's thing on Twitter, like of them saying that exact thing where it's like, oh, you know, he literally
it's passive bonding. Guys just like to have someone with them when they do stuff. So, and girls aren't doing anything anyway. So what's wrong with them?
Yeah,
like sitting next to you
I
while you're
remember having
playing
a girlfriend in college and watching like Tucker Carlson. I would watch like stupid fucking
resource manager game.
That's what it is. It's a resource manager game. That is, it's literally a Sims. It's
not for jerking
off. It's a Sim City resource manager game. What do you think it is?
Wait,
that
press
on
it
and big titties pop out. You're like, ooh, big titties.
That was not Sim City.
I'm making all the titties
pop
out.
Yeah, but Dwayne, he's saying like it's not a FAP game. It's not like a.
No, that was a FAP game though.
No, it isn't.
No, it's not. She just has tits.
You know that.
It's a resource manager.
You are aware of this exact game.
I'm not aware of it.
It's a real game.
Grant, okay, it looked like it was a FAP game. I'm sorry, I guess I just am not a deep enough gamer.
No, it's a resource manager game. It's like you like buy e-girls and make them stream or whatever. It's Honey Pop.
But dude, I don't know, man.
The guys
I feel like that's like.
I don't give a shit what you think, Dwayne. You have the
Dwayne, okay, you're laying in bed.
Dwayne,
you're laying in bed and you just want to have some enjoy yourself a little bit. What's wrong with playing a stupid game and just saying like, no, I don't want to like fuck right now. Like, I mean, I don't think that's that
like
bad.
Catholic upbringing, but like fucking, I understand like there's the classic retarded meme of like women not like being like, oh, all he does is play video games, and some dudes do that, but fucking like just like a lot of video games are cool and interesting. Just like I don't know, just like the anime titties. Like I feel like I feel a bitch finding that cringe, but I guess
her boyfriend's retarded. They've said it multiple times.
He's retarded and gay. So I mean,
yeah, but those were both slurs to show their privilege. I thought.
No, those are both slurs to show that they're edgy New Yorker girls. They're based in.
And they are essentially liberals, right?
Well, they're dirtbags.
Probably like are trying to parody.
They're like socialist communists. I don't think they're communists, but like the podcast is like some kind of socialist thing. So
like
they're like the edgy socialists.
Anarcho.
Whatever. Yeah, I don't know.
They're free radical market idealists.
Yeah, they're basically like we make a lot of noise until we have to vote for a Democrat. Basically,
they're proletarian fascists.
Fascist? Is that different from fascist? Is that like facilists or something? Or,
yeah, they do protractors and fastenings.
Yeah, they go really fast. Yeah, they.
Would you guys be down for like a new protest? If there's like a new protest with like some smashing, do you guys want to smash with me? Like whatever it is, we'll find a reason.
No.
Yeah, probably not. I don't want to go up. I don't want to be on a no-fly list. That's.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait.
Wait. How many like? I'm talking about like so. There's like your BLM players aren't or protesters aren't on a fucking no-fly list.
What's the difference? What could be the difference?
Well, yeah, sure. That's why I'm saying like whatever the next protest.
You ever notice how they don't
ever
get flown in? Dwayne, they always get bussed in.
Smash.
Yeah, but we'd be
never
the
get flown
fuckers
in.
that we'd just be like the like labeled the like Proud Boy infiltrators or something.
We all just have such a Tim Pool energy wherever we go.
Yeah, it wouldn't. I don't think it would fucking work. Immediately they'd be like, "Oh, you're part of the Proud Boys or something."
No, you're a clear James Allsup alt-righter. You are an absolute groiper.
I'd put my hair in a ponytail. I'd be fine, I think. But you know.
Well, I could no, dude. Honestly, like, you don't think I could just like I'll just be a girl.
Honestly,
dude.
we all could look the part. We all could look the part for the most.
Yeah, I just
part.
need to grow out the neck beard. I think
I'd have some trouble.
No, Brant, you look like you could be the male feminist type. I don't know.
Yeah, dude, Brant, like just wear like a big poncho,
Brant, you know what he
like a pink. Dude, wear
I know
a
he's not a male feminist,
Brant,
but like if I was gonna be really mean, I'd say like you could be like the Jack Murphy, like kind of like the big internet cuck, you know, kind of thing. If you were really gonna be like,
oh, that guy.
Yeah.
No, he's actually like ripped and stuff though.
Well,
he's got like
you know what I'm talking about. Like
I got you.
There's the male feminist ones where it's like I have a big beard and I'm manly, but also I like women, and it's like okay, whatever. Like everyone likes women.
If I salt and peppered my beard and like really like trimmed it like hard lines, salt and pepper, and then like do the stripes or something like that.
Some earrings.
Okay, you got
some earrings on.
Yeah,
also.
one. The fag dangler from fucking Rocky 5.
Definitely. You'd be set, and then you just get a T-shirt that's 2 sizes too small that says like "Gay is the way" or something like that.
Thrasher.
Yeah,
just get, like some fucking just like classic workout stuff. It's like, yeah, I'm here to support the LGBTQ. My wife has a girlfriend and a gay boyfriend.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like you could be fine. You'd be fine. I think we'd all be fine. We could if we really wanted to go to get some BLM pussy. Like I think we'd be set. But here's this classic scene. So this is the nice masturbating scene that lasts for 5 hours.
Intercut with the chokins. Intercut with the chokins, and the choking is the interesting scene.
Yeah, this
it might have been a better scene if they just kept on the choking.
Yeah, honestly.
Makeup on the choking.
Yeah,
I was like, okay, that's nice.
The masturbating
it looks
went
like
on
she's
for way too long. It was
because it's like bitch. Cut like it's like fucking 60% or probably like 70% masturbating scene and 30% choking scene. And if they made it more like 70-30 the other way, I think it would have been better.
So you know what's funny, actually, though, looking at this in context, do you think that Addie, the nerdy chick, if that's her, she's watching and she looks pretty like intently focused on the girl.
No, that's
herself.
Addie. Addie's the masturbator there.
Okay, the brunette then, whatever. She's looking pretty intently on Dasha, like choking herself, and she looks like she likes it. Do you think she's like? What is she thinking? What is she thinking when that's happening? Does she like it? Is she getting off on it? Or is it disturbing her because Jeffrey Epstein like died that way, and she's like, "Fuck, that's how the love of my life died."
She's a plant, isn't she? So she's like, I think she's like going like, do I let her die now or do I kill her later? Is her only thought?
But do you think it's just maybe it's triggering her? You know, maybe it's like
maybe she just wanted to try to like make it so no one ever proved that you can't kill yourself that way so easy.
She wanted to stop her. Yeah, she's like,
she wanted to stop her from showing it to the world.
Yeah. Oh fuck, you can kill yourself. I mean, you could kill yourself that way, like I guess.
Yeah, but it's a lot easier if you got at least one Clinton there.
Also, Brant, we haven't gotten a single warning or anything, so you can play that as much as you want, honestly.
Oh, you want me to just play it?
Sorry, Dash. Oh, okay. Well, don't play that.
Okay, wait. I guess because YouTube is run by people who don't like tits. Which is interesting.
Yeah, like Susan, do you not have any or something? What's the fucking deal?
I didn't know Susan was so anti-mammary.
Yeah, of course she doesn't have any tits. She's a pole.
Yeah, you ever milk a horse? You ever seen what tits they have on them? Like, what the fuck? There's nothing there.
I hate that. Oh, that was a good one. I hate that.
She's Polish.
You get it? Because she's a Pole. Cat's God, that was a good one. Her name's Wojcicki, so she's clearly Polish, and she's like, she doesn't have any tits because she's a Pole. Oh, gosh, that's a good one. Like,
yeah, I got it.
Like, oh, gosh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty good.
If I ever meet her, I'll are you a Pole? And she's like, how do you know? I'll be like, you flat like one. Bam!
And then just punch her in the cunt. And then just punch her in the cunt.
Yeah. Well, would that be punching up? You'd be literally punching up.
It would be punching up because
you'd be punching up into the cunt, and you would be punching into power. So, I mean, honestly, I don't see anything wrong with punching Susan Wojcicki in the fucking cunt. Like, cunt punch.
Especially because she's white, right? Like, Poles are white.
Jewish, I think.
Yeah, most Poles are Jewish.
Yeah. She's like yeah, it's true. I mean, Wojcicki.
Do you know, I know a Pole that isn't, or a Jew that isn't a Pole. It's Ben Shapiro's sister.
Oh, wait, how can you tell if a Jew is a Pole? How can you tell if a Polish man is a Jew or not? You look at the top of the pole.
Yeah, okay. I was like trying to think. Yeah, I was like, do you look for the hanger? You look for the clothes. It's like they're you walk in and they're a coat rack. They're either if they're just a Pole, then it's just like you can't hang your coat. If it's a Jew, then boom, right on. You know, it's a coat rack. I was
talking about their foreskin.
Oh, I thought I was talking about the nose. Okay.
Yeah, the top of their pole.
Oh, okay. See, that went to a racial place, and I don't want to.
Yeah.
It was still in a racial.
We were just talking. We were doing wordplay. And you went to you did.
He said, "Look at the top of the pole." What am I supposed to think? The top of the pole is the nose. I mean, obviously that was a Jew joke. I thought so. You need
the cats. Can you just go take a piss and like check your privilege or something?
I'm gonna go. I have a picture of Prince Andrew. I think I need to take a break.
Yeah, you just need to take a little quick little trip.
I think Prince Andrew needs a little bit of brown mascara. I need to go take a break.
She was so like.
Wait, are you doing like a Justin Trudeau?
No, like I'm gonna shove it up my ass. I mean, I don't have I can't masturbate with Prince Andrew. I mean, I guess I could just use it as like a cock sleeve. I guess I don't know.
That was another line I liked in this movie on the subject of that was fucking Anglophilia is one thing, but pedophilia?
Funny.
And then right after that was what kind of cut bootlickers into the Royals?
Yeah. No, those were good lines. Those were very good lines.
Again,
it's
straight from Brant's mouth. Straight from Brant's mouth.
Like, yeah, no, that sounds like a text that would be sent to me from any number of people.
Yeah, no, it's I mean, and that was kind of where this movie, if this movie wasn't directed by the supporting actress, if this movie had been directed by a guy, I think it would have been received differently, honestly, because this feels like it was directed by a 4chaner. You know, it feels like it was directed by some like guy that doesn't talk to women, because I don't know.
Yeah,
most women I talk to don't talk like this.
Not to keep. Oh, here we go. Brad, we're about to see some tittage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but not.
Wait. You're not going to see any tittage until.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said that.
But can we show a sex scene still? I don't know what's.
Click away for 2 seconds if you want.
I just want to get to the point where it just gets.
This isn't a sex scene. This is just calf lifts.
Yeah,
that's his back. That's his back.
He's massaging her. He's massaging her back with his chest.
Yeah, exactly. He's just giving him a big old fucking peck to scapula fucking onesie
Like,
twos.
we're on a plane. Which is like, okay, we'll have to pick you up. Then we gotta go in the closet to a cramped space.
Yeah,
gotta, like,
okay, I
right.
gotta pretend like we're in the shitter, I guess. Like, you still want me to stand up or something? Like, what do you want? Yeah.
This is
I
also the thing too. Is
this
like
is a
all the
private
dialogue is so fuck. Most of the dialogue is really bad in this movie.
Yeah, I would honestly say I think
Not
the weakest part of this movie
Yeah.
is actually the writing in a lot of ways. Like,
I'll give
yeah,
you that. Like
it
the
has
plot
zingers, it has good
generally
lines,
like
but like
could
the
have so
structure's-
much potential.
Yeah, the structure
How old
isn't
am
good
I?
either.
You're 26. Younger.
Younger. Also,
Yeah, it was
they
just-
do
it was
a, they do
45
like
November.
they
seen-
do a Bilbo Baggins like thing with their face, where her face gets fucking demonic when she says like 13 or whatever.
You're
Like, yeah, no, her face gets scary. Like
You know-
that is the scariest part of the movie. Like, it's actually kind of
Is
freaky. Yeah, like
Oh,
that.
Yeah. Frank,
Ugh.
can you share audio for this? Can you share audio?
No.
For this?
Ugh, yeah, that. Like, look at that fucking face.
And there's like a double track like demon audio. in
Yeah,
there.
funny.
yikes. I think I would fucking, I don't know, like he reacted well in that situation, honestly. Like,
Yeah,
I
he was
don't
like,
know.
"What the fuck?" No, I see. That's why.
That would
That's
freak
part of
me
why
out,
I say
man.
like it's like there are scenes where they're good, there's scenes where they're bad. But that was a scene where that guy
So-
like fucking like he just seemed like a dipshit dude who was just fucking not
And
ready
you
for
didn't
that
hear the
sort of
demon
age
voice?
play.
Because that was the other thing. It's like, did you not hear the demon voice? Did you not see her face turn into a literal, like, succubus? Like, I don't know.
Sure,
Is that
was
the
just-
only
that was
point
just-
in the movie where she does the demon voice?
Yeah. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure.
Weird. Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's
Oh,
another
no,
thing about this
it's-
movie is like
wait,
fucking
no,
it
when
just
she's
didn't
like-
like add that shit together.
And she's doing the whole Andrews thing. I think when she's talking, she sounds all kind of like fucked up and corrupted too. She's like,
Not
"Oh,
like but not like the double, like the deep-throated...
a little bit.
demon
I think she
voice.
does like a little bit at the beginning because
Really?
it goes between her going like, "Oh yeah, I'm just like super young," and going, "Oh, blah, 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 blah."
Oh, I kind of remember that, actually, yeah. Yeah, you're right. I kind of do remember
Because she's like, yeah, because she's like just going like, "Rah, rah, rah, rah," to Prince Andrews. She's like, "Ah, rah, rah,
Yeah.
rah, rah,"
Yeah.
like smacking like all the paintings against her. So she's like, "Ah, rah, rah, rah."
Which was hilarious. Some good shit there.
She's
Like,
so gooey. It's just like dripping. It's
yeah, no, that entire like, and there's just like grapefruits and shit all over the fucking like cake and shit. I don't know. Yeah, it turns into like a food fetish video like at certain points in this movie actually.
Do you think one of them's into food? Do you think one of the fucking Red Scare chicks is into food?
Oh, dude,
Very
is this
well.
what was
It's
happening
very
on
well,
the other
very well
side of the
likely.
wall when fucking Nick Ocado was listening to those dudes get murdered while he was eating burgers? And they
This
think
is what
was
it
that
was?
building?
Is what it was. Yeah. Well,
That was his ham at the beginning. That was
Yeah.
the cut avocado.
Yeah. He was the previous tenant. He was in there for like a week, and he did like most of that except for the sex.
Can you
He
imagine
just tried to
like
fuck a
bad
kid and just
fucking puppy
absorbed
mask.
it.
yeah, Nick Avocado was getting reamed and looking up at that mirror as his asshole is just getting blasted by his fat Mexican boyfriend. Yeah.
Spicy noodles.
Yeah, he's just got like
Ham, he
ramen
just
noodles
couldn't
just
finish the
flowing
ham.
out of his asshole.
He
Oh, God.
sucks like all the adrenochrome out of a kid for one of his mukbangs. He's just got a pile of orphans there.
Yeah. Oh God. We cannot let Nick Ocado become part of the elite because that guy will be insatiable. It will take so much fucking boy blood to like.
Man,
satisfy
I feel
him.
like he's already part of the elite, dude.
He
I
very
feel
well
like
could be. Yeah.
he's done everything he needed to, man. That was probably a fucking cover for something. The reason he was
There
there.
was
in
probably
the
a
other
fucking
film.
sacrifice going on in his closet or something.
And that's
and the
why
girl got out.
they were like, hey, people are gonna worry about what was going on around here, so just go in the other room, just eat a bunch of Big Macs, or
Yeah.
else they're
Say
gonna
what you
know you
guys
were
will.
sacrificed tonight.
About Nikado Avocado. But I am still in the hopes here that he's doing an Andy Kaufman-esque prank, and then that he's gonna like pull a total Mac later and just be like super ripped, and he's gonna get his shit together, and it's gonna be funny, and it's not gonna be the sad thing to watch.
I don't know, Brand.
Man, that would
I
just
don't
be
think
like-
you're
that's-
right. I think that guy just needs to be put down like a feral dog. I think every day that we allow him to exist on this earth is just like a travesty.
I think here's
someone
what
needs
needs to happen.
like shoot him
He's
in
like
Minecraft.
he's a media susceptible fucking social media dullard, right? So here's what you need to do: you need to make a biopic about him that has a
Bring the
really
Sammy Hagar
sad,
price down.
potentially inspiring ending, and then he may change his life around. Other than that, he's probably just gonna fucking eat himself into an eventual heart attack, which is such an
American
not
way of
necessarily
death.
anticlimactic.
Yeah.
It just happens.
He
you know?
was a young Jewish immigrant who used to be able to play the violin and all that, and had art and all this stuff, and now he's gonna die a fat American.
Yep. No, he was completely subsumed by the great Satan. That poor man, honestly.
McDonald's.
But like, he gets off on it. Like the guy gets off on like us watching him like balloon into some kind of like puffy like animal. Like
greased jester.
He's fucking
Nikocado and the internet could be described in a visual metaphor by when Augustus Gloop jumped into the chocolate river and went up the waterfall. Never
Which
came
one?
back.
The Gene Simmons or the fucking Johnny Depp?
Not Gene Simmons, Bramp.
Not Gene Simmons. No, he was
a little
wilder.
A little wilder.
Probably get away from this. This is yeah.
We're gonna not look at.
Yeah, easy.
There's a lot.
But the audience gets the picture. The audience gets the picture.
Yeah, we know.
It's gross.
Yeah, speaking of, well, it's just because I was thinking of Gene Wilder. Bran was talking about how this movie, like, should have been goofier, and I was imagining it, like, the way he was describing it, like a Mel Brooks film, if Mel Brooks had directed this movie.
I think that would.
And I think, that would have been very funny. I would have loved to have seen Mel Brooks direct this. Like, have, like, I'm trying to think of, like, what a good Mel Brooks joke would have been, but, like...
At the end, like, Jeffrey Epstein would come out and be like, hey, like, look at the script. Like, what are you telling me? I died at the beginning of this or something? That'd be like, boom, Mel Brooks right there.
Well, at the very least, you'd probably have, like, a fucking, like, Frau Blucher, or, like, from a fucking, Young Frankenstein. You know, that Blucher joke, the fucking...
It would be like when they see the
You probably
hand,
have that
like,
chick playing, like, fucking Ghislaine and just, like, fucking being, like, just coming in, peeking in every now and again, just being like, ooh, I've never seen
no
this
sacrifices
before.
going on around here.
They open up the fridge and, like, not just the ham, but it's, like, a bunch of, like, dead children and body parts and stuff. And then,
that would be a great gag. They open up
like,
the fridge and they don't show what's inside, and she just keeps pulling out dead babies. Like, she keeps pulling them out. Like, oh my God.
But so, like, she's trying to hide it from the rest of the people who were there with her on the house tour, and she's grabbing some Tupperware, and she's just putting the babies in Tupperware with the fridge door hidden.
And then they find
they're on the other side.
cabinet.
They're on the other side talking about how nice this kitchen setting is, and she's over here on the fridge door.
Yeah, and then they find the wine cabinet. They make their way over. They're looking through the wine cabinet, and they pour a nice big glass of red wine. Wow, this is so red. No, don't drink that. That's not good anymore. They go, well, it only gets better with age, right? And she goes, no, it's no, you don't want it. And they drink it, and then they get like some boy blood in them.
Oh no, it's like, oh
yeah,
like
God. Oh, I want to fuck kids. Ah, yeah.
The realtor when she's like, "Isn't you gonna like have like some maids? It's kind of dirty." You could have been like, "Well, you don't got any kids?"
Yeah. What, just get a couple 13-year-olds. Am I right, guys?
Got a bunch of neighborhood kids. They'd love to come around and clean the place out.
Yeah. No, Mel Brooks would have knocked it out of the park. It would have been a much different film. But
it was nice.
Yeah. And like, I don't know, like, so I feel like I know it's not my episode, but this is just like a question I feel like is always worth asking for everyone. Do you guys think this was a good movie?
No.
I don't think I would say it was necessarily good, but I liked it.
It was interesting.
Yeah. It was one of those movies where it's like, it's not made for most people, and it's even for me, who it's kind of like gonna, like, I'm more of the audience for it. I still didn't like everything about it, but it was good. I liked it, I guess. I couldn't say it was objectively good. But
I've got a low criteria for good, and that just if like a movie did something interesting.
Yeah.
Like it just if it tried to I think this movie is genuinely gonna stick with me. Like I'm not gonna forget this movie. Which I mean like fucking like that's kind of a low criteria because you could just like film fucking child porn or fucking animal abuse and that would stick with you. But, like, either way, though, like, this is, like, just a fucking thing that didn't do that, and just, like, narratively, like, the whole fucking, like, ending, like, 10 minutes, just the whole fucking scene where she goes getting the boyfriend and fucking comes back, and it was all in her head, and you think it was a meth thing, but then it turns out it wasn't in her head. That was a really good chunk of fucking movie. And also, if a movie fucking lands on its feet, that gives it a lot of points for me, too. So I gotta say it's a fucking good movie.
So it's either gonna have child porn or an interesting moment in it, and you'll remember it. This is your movie.
See, like that was what I said. It's like I said.
No, I mean
like,
I see his point.
Beyond that.
Yeah, he's saying like it's kind of like not Cannibal Holocaust, Africa. Like there's a famous movie just called Africa where they go to Africa and they just shoot elephants and gigantic exotic animals, and that's a very famous movie. It's very well remembered. No, I mean, but I don't want to watch it. But if I did, like, it's gonna stick with me also. You know.
Yeah, or like I haven't seen what's that one, like Sodom or whatever, like
Sodom. 12 days of
Solo.
12 days.
Solo.
Or Solo. That's what it is. Yeah.
Solo.
Solo.
A
Star Wars story.
Solo Skywalker saw whatever the fuck is also an abuse of many children.
Yeah. What's the ending of Solo? Isn't it like some weird gay hazing
I have never
ritual?
seen it. I just know it's like there's a bunch of like that in it, but
Yeah.
like I don't know.
The Ten of
Interesting.
Thorns.
The director of Solo
Evil.
actually ended up dead in Mexico. Little tangent there, but that guy got fucking killed by like the Mexican cartel or something. Actually, so interesting. And we don't know.
Well,
what happened
when Kubrick died before he could finish his movie about the Illuminati, which got an hour cut out of it.
Fuck. Okay, so it would have been great to. Speaking of other filmmakers like that could have made this movie, I would have loved a Kubrick version of this movie. That would have been great. Imagine,
Dude, yeah, no,
It's
this
just
is
an Eyes
basically
Wide Shut,
this
too.
is this
Yeah,
is
it
kind of
is.
like Eyes Wide Shut
Two?
condensed into an hour and 20 minutes.
Two
with
eyes
just
wide
like
shut.
Two eyes, two
whispering eyes wide.
shut. No, two eyes, two shut.
Two eyes, two shut. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Starring Vin
Now we're
Diesel.
circled.
Yes.
That's bad
Dwayne
idea.
The Rock
Bad
Johnson.
circle. We'll
Yeah.
be right back.
Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so do you guys have anything more that you want to talk about with the movie?
This entire movie just felt like fucking having three women read Heck to me.
yeah,
It felt like our slightly racist group chat, and it made me uncomfortable for most of the viewing.
And you didn't like it for that reason. That's what I'm.
I
most
didn't.
surprised
It was
by,
weird.
honestly.
It was like if I walked outside to go get some mail or whatever, or because I heard a noise, and as soon as I opened the porch and I look out onto the street, I was looking at myself, and I saw me, and it said, "Hey, Brand, how you doing?" I'd be like, "Oh, I don't like this anymore. This isn't fun. This is uncomfortable now."
It's like when you bring like two people into a friend group and they have incredibly similar affects and they just despise each other.
Yes.
Sure. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, I can kind of see that. Yeah. No, I mean,
I see me in the worst way in this, and I don't like it. I see us in the worst way in this, and I hate it.
Yeah. Well, it is kind of funny how like hearing dialogue that you could have written is cringe. You know, it's like
I would never write something
I
that-
said that.
Isn't that an incredibly useful tool though? That's an
I would
incredibly
never
useful
write the
tool.
British Family or
It's a good learning
I wouldn't write
experience.
that. I'd say it. I wouldn't write it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's yeah. Okay, so it's more. It's even more cringe than you
Anglophilia is
said
one
it.
thing, but pedophilia should go on a fucking wall though.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
that's
is
a
a
really
good
good
line.
line.
No, I
That's a
legitimately want to put that on Facebook, just like like,
And
what's on your mind today? Oh yeah, Anglophilia.
I can, fucking ending a scene as well. Ending a scene as well with "Have you heard of Pizzagate?" is that's just a good fucking and then we cut to the next scene and then you can that's just good. That's just good. That's funny. That's good.
But when they linger on it, it gets uncomfortable and stupid, and it's like the whole point when they're looking at.
At least they don't like Judd Apatow lean on it.
No, at least no. Okay, you know what? If
they have a respect for what they're doing. They're not mocking things. Actually, like it's ironic. Like they definitely have the ironic hipster, edgy kind of thing going on. But I still think like they're not making fun of what they're depicting, and they're not making fun of that language necessarily. I don't think. Like
could you imagine if Judd Apatow directed this movie and he'd just be like, I don't know what's so. I mean, this Epstein guy was pretty bad, but come on, right, guys?
Like he had to have had some good qualities.
With Jeffrey Epstein getting a happy ending.
Yeah, he probably.
He's back, guys. We brought him back.
Yeah, Jeffrey Epstein makes up with Ghislaine Maxwell, and they ride off.
Seth Rogen's gonna bust Jeffrey Epstein out of prison.
It was Trump all along. He framed Jeffrey Epstein, guys. He's actually innocent. And me, his good friend Judd Apatow, I'm here to bring him back to life.
I just want to say Seth
and then
Rogen's been very quiet. He's been very quiet on the Epstein case. Just Seth Rogen, I just want to say your silence is deafening when it comes to Epstein. I think you should really tweet about it.
It really is.
I don't know. I don't know what's up, big guy, but like
food stuff.
I don't know what's up, big guy.
Yep. That's tits. No one saw that.
There are no tits on Bad Circle. Bad Circle does not approve of any mammary glands.
Any tits. I watched the replay.
I have never seen tits in my fucking life.
Never.
Bottle fed and I've sworn them off.
You thought I was gonna
Dwayne, you've looked in the mirror before. Don't lie. Ha. Okay.
The only tits I've ever seen are transgender tits, and those don't count.
Every woman I sleep with, I deem her transgender in my mind. So actually, I've never seen a woman naked in my life.
I just convince them to be non-binary.
Yeah. Okay. Do you guys have anything more?
When I bring a woman home, she has two options. She can be non-binary, or she could be dead.
She can either be non-binary or buried. That's the two options.
There you go. She can be non-binary, or she can be on my hairy cock. That's what I got. That was the one I had.
Nice. Yeah, I'm glad I said mine first. Okay.
Yours is better. No, you should have said yours second, because then
now the bad taste is in our mouth. Like we can't really wash it now. Yeah. Okay, well, I'll say it one more time. Non-binary. You can either be non-binary or buried. There we go. Okay.
Non-binary or
well, now if you say it twice, though, then it becomes transphobic.
Oof. It's not transphobic. That's like trans-positive. What are you talking about?
I don't know. Is it?
That'd be transpositive. You can be.
Is transpositive a word? That sounds like it's homophobic in its heart because you're talking about AIDS now, right?
It's transpositive when you have to go to the clinic. Is that what?
It sounds like you're saying trans is like a disease that spreads. And you can get trans.
Okay, we gotta watch.
Okay.
Yeah, we gotta be careful.
We're gonna get Dave Chappelle.
Careful.
We're gonna get Dave Chappelle.
Yeah. No, the troons. Okay. I say.
Don't use that word.
What? I have actually.
Never mind. All right. Okay. So
I have a rain jacket with Troon on it. I realized this recently. I have a rain jacket that is for it's the Troon Country Club in Florida, Pensacola, Florida, and I love that.
I wonder if they allow any of those types.
It's Florida. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what I don't know what goes on.
As long as you're on meth, you're welcome.
Yeah, basically that's Florida.
It depends on the proximity to Disney World.
More meth then. What are you talking about? Like
that is funny. I like all the people who are like, oh man, DeSantis fucked up Florida. You guys are so stupid. Now Disney World's gonna go to a new state. Like they're gonna fucking fly in with helicopters, hook the bitch up, and
get the shovels, minions.
Yeah, like DeSantis is even like opposed to anything that's going, like any of the actual shit that's going on in Florida. It's like, okay, or is that like the "don't say gay" shit? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, that's that one. And like also they were like,
and then DeSantis said that he was gonna like fucking make it so Disneyland or Disney World has to pay taxes on their land.
They can't govern themselves.
We should demolish Disney World. It should be a fucking like hole in the fucking ground. Like,
a lot of people have been like caught being pedophiles at Disney World. Yeah, like way too many for it to not be a problem.
Disney World has underground tunnels full of pedophilia. I'm sure. Like one day we're gonna when the ashes like settle, we're gonna see what is in those fucking tunnels, and we're gonna see what's going on because there's some fucking
tunnels.
Yeah, there is shit going on.
Let's see them tunnels.
Yeah, I want to see the fucking tunnels.
It's probably going to be the cause of the fire of Disney World, where they're like down there, like, oh, this is what must have caused it. They open up like the tunnel. It's like it's just full of dead children.
Yeah, it's just like little bones just start like falling out. Yeah.
Oh, they must have clogged up the air intake valves, and it just caused these poor little children.
And then you walk into the other room. You walk into the other room, and Walt Disney's head it's like Reanimator. Walt Disney's head is just eating out like some small child or something. Like they have him like his head like hooked up to some like vat of goo or something, and he's just like
the Disney security guards like, oh, nothing weird here.
Yeah.
I personally believe that Uncle Walt would have frowned upon the massive pedophilia. I think he just didn't like Jews. I think he was just a racist.
Okay.
I don't think he was a pedophile.
Yeah.
I think Walt Disney would have ate children.
This was a man that used to have two violinists come into his room and play sad songs until he cried and fell asleep.
Okay, I'm not sure about Walt Disney. I will say, like, he has, like, some interesting things about him and all that, but also, like, he's a conniving fuck that fucked over a lot of independent animators.
Yeah, welcome to every fucking business, especially from that fucking
I don't care.
He would never fuck a white or a Jewish child. Never.
Yeah.
He would never touch or fuck a white or a Jewish child, but a Chinese or a black kid, he probably, like, fucking... locked up though, and like
you don't know that for certain, but I don't know that for certain.
I'm gonna go out
also
on a
like
limb
I think
and
the
say
laws of what a child was were a little
person.
different back then, especially since Disney World is technically its own like little private incorporated area.
I'd still.
Oh, you're saying
vomit.
like children meant they couldn't work, so that'd be like 6. So you're saying like it's actually okay because the kids working over 13, so he was fucking and killing 13-year-olds, so it's okay.
It's all right.
I didn't write the bylaws.
It's okay.
I didn't do that.
Have you guys ever seen that picture of like the guy in the Mickey Mouse suit, and then you can see his eye like through the hole, and it's just like the creepiest fucking eye. It's like this weird glazed over thing with like these gigantic bags underneath his eye. You guys ever see that one? It's a good.
He was probably working 18-hour shifts,
that one,
man.
but it seems very easily apparent.
I thought it was a famous picture. I don't know. I've seen it.
It probably is, and maybe I have on just like different circles. Like,
I try not to think about like how Disney just either if the employees aren't fucking kids, they're probably being abused and like worked to death Disney and almost whipped.
Disney to me, I think
at parents' consent,
as a historical figure, I think Disney's up there with like Ford. Where it's like an interesting person that actually was like a pretty competent like guy, like that did a lot of pretty amazing things, I guess, but also a piece of shit. Like that would be my.
Well, if you look at any like person who fucking did that much crazy bullshit, I feel like you can make any of them a piece of shit, except for like because you can even make George Washington a piece of shit, and that was like one of the most moral motherfuckers.
But he was a good.
Can you make Thomas Jefferson or not Thomas Benjamin Franklin a piece of shit though? Like I would legitimately.
Well, Benjamin Franklin's kind of
that guy was
shit because he was swinging his dick a lot.
No, I don't.
He was.
But he also like did
I
a
like
lot
Benjamin Franklin. I don't know.
Benjamin Franklin was a huge man whore.
I respect the fuck out of Benjamin.
Yeah, I mean, Benjamin Franklin's one of the founding fathers that like I haven't lost respect for, honestly. Like I'm still not. I'm not even a big fan of Tommy Jeff anymore. But
why not? What you got against Tommy Jeffs?
He was not. I don't think he was really
coal burner.
He's just. Well, no, he was just like not doing what he said he was doing. Honestly, he did more harm than good.
He was like one of the most anti-tyrant people in Congress, but he did a couple like badass tyrant things, which were like fucking the first thing he did when he got in office was he fucking like had a bunch. He kind of invented the Marines and fucking went across to fucking France to liberate a slave camp without Congress's approval
and to give Israel $6 billion.
Yeah, and he also was like big in with the Freemasons. Like the guy was an Illuminati fucking hack.
Yeah, but like everybody back then, like fucking George Washington was big in the Freemasons.
Benjamin Franklin wasn't. Like he wasn't really into that kind of shit. And Benjamin Franklin.
Yeah, but that was just because he didn't like fucking clubs.
He just wanted to fuck French whores.
French.
That's awesome though. I'm totally fine with that.
Like, ass fucking French groups.
I don't know.
No, he just fucked French whores.
Yeah, that's fine with
me. No, dude,
Tommy Jeff was like a quintessential like libertarian, basically, where it's
Here's
like
how he got
he
into
talks
that.
a bunch of shit and he did like 1 or 2 things, but at the end of the day, the guy did more harm than good, in my opinion. Like,
Thomas Jefferson.
He went to France.
Dude, Thomas Jefferson fucking bought the Louisiana Purchase against Congress's approval as well. That was the other badass tyrant thing he did.
Benjamin Franklin goes to France. He says, listen, Mr. President, I fucked literally every whore that you have in France. And he's like, I cannot fuck a pussy
own everything
twice.
west of the Mississippi if fucking Tommy Jeff hadn't broke down France.
Mr. President, I don't know why you stop, but I stop every time. It's like, what the fuck? Mr. President of France, though, I would be inside your weird secret societies if it only means I could fuck more French whores. This is the only reason why I got in on them.
No, because like, well, all right, Brant, though, like, because Ben Franklin didn't need no secret societies to bang French whores.
No, he fucked them all already. That's what I'm saying. He literally fucked all of them already. He wanted new ones. He fucked all of them.
Why couldn't he get new ones, Brant? He can get new ones. He's a founding father. Like the guy was.
When he went over to France,
why can't he get new ones?
He wore a fucking coonskin cap to try to make himself look like more American, so that he could get more and more pussy. Dude, he was a fucking. When it comes to pussy, you do not have to worry about Ben Franklin. You cannot say his fucking involvement in Illuminati shit was for pussy because he already had it in spades.
Okay, but what's
it's obvious he
but
did it.
Brant, like the guy was putting in work to get his pussy. He wasn't buying it. He wasn't getting it from a slave trade, and it wasn't kids.
Exactly.
Like, that's awesome.
Ben Franklin's pussy was his fucking day job.
He just was like, I want to get new pussy, and they're like, listen, Ben, these girls under lock and key. We can't let you touch them. He's like, I'll join. And they're like, all right, they're yours, buddy. Hepatitis, bang.
Yeah, I mean, he like.
Well, that's also like the many loving relationships start with hepatitis bang, Brant.
That's the B.
Hepatitis B, yeah, hepatitis B.
Brand. I put the B in brand stands for hepatitis B.
Okay.
I did really good on my hepatitis test. I got 2 A's, a B, and a C.
Oh, I tested. I got a positive test when I went to the doctor. I think he liked me. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, is this the end of the second half? Yeah, because my brain oh no, this is the
this is
third.
2/3.
No, it's not. This ain't this like in like the beginning of the third. This is like what you'd call, I guess, like the breaking into the tower.
Yeah.
God, do you remember that thing when like fucking like Tobin was like fucking like there's like 7 stages of the third act or whatever, and like fucking like I've never like he never went into it, but I've just always been curious about what the fuck those were.
I vaguely remember that. Yeah. Do you have that piece of paper that he gave us?
No, dude, it's probably somewhere.
Yeah.
I know I tried to put it somewhere nice, but I've moved so many times.
Same. Shit. It's somewhere for me too.
I totally took a picture of it, but that was like fucking 4 phones ago.
Yeah. Now that kind of thing, I should have been on Drive or something like that, but oh well.
Yeah.
Oh well. That's why we suck. That's why we suck at writing.
Yeah, who is she possessed by? Is that like
or
it's not really fucking explained? That's why I thought she was fucking.
I think she got mind raped. I honestly okay. So think about it. She's
just in the house that's
evil.
She's
acting like a girl who was molested. She's acting like a damaged girl. So she got mind raped, I think. I think that's what happened. Jeffrey Epstein literally mind molested her, and now she's acting like a traumatized girl. I think that's what happened.
Fucking the paintings, they got the blue streaks. That was, you know what? Okay, set design at least is pretty all right with these guys. They do some good sets.
Yeah. No, it has a good trashy 80s feel. I like it.
It's just so
well, yeah,
stupid.
it seemed like it was like actually like if it wasn't actually filmed, if it wasn't actually filmed in a Jeffrey Epstein place, it's like fucking clearly like modeled after some Jeffrey Epstein places.
And the fact that we didn't actually mention that, the fact that this is actually filmed at Jeffrey Epstein's old apartment, like verified, is pretty cool. Like that's
oh, I didn't know that. See, there you go. That makes fucking sense.
Yeah, that's actually the JE when she's fingered. That's like the real JE.
Yeah. But
also this
the
like
penthouse that they're staying in, I think, is the actual
they just
one.
added, right? Like this because like it's clean when they go back down there.
What?
Like they even if they're shooting this in Jeffrey Epstein's basement, like when they go back down there later, it's clean. So like I was like saying like was the fucking set deck down there real? Was my question.
Oh no, I don't think so.
Probably not.
Yeah, I don't think they walked in and it looked like this. No. I don't think they walked.
I don't think there was actually a ham.
Yeah, and it probably didn't have fucking like cum-stained couches everywhere and a ham in the freezer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this was. Honestly, why? Because I'm sure Jeffrey was a boring ass dude and he wasn't like balls deep in kids. So it's like they walked into his place and it was like, well, he's got like a fucking PlayStation and a TV and like 16 different fleshlights.
Yeah, I mean, he had to come 3 times a day. They also mentioned, I never heard this before, but he had an egg-shaped cock, I guess.
I thought that was Harvey Weinstein, personally.
No, Harvey Weinstein has a little, like, worm. He has a little tiny, like, newt. A little, like...
Yeah, his is like a fucking...
His was like the Kraken.
Yeah. Jeffrey Epstein apparently has, like, an egg. Like, he just has, like, a fat, little, girthy, but short thing, apparently.
Just putting an egg in a pussy.
Yeah.
Can you imagine being that super rich and powerful as Harvey Weinstein and then just never washing your cock to the extent of it just, like, becoming that terrible? Could you fucking imagine being that fucking powerful and around that many people and just having that dirty dank?
To a lesser extent, I think the same thing about Hunter Biden. Like, you look, like, yes, he's a different kind of, like, profile figure, but, like, you look at Hunter Biden's teeth, it's like, dude, you're a millionaire, and you can't go to a fucking dentist, like, every once in a while. Like,
well, he got those.
Why didn't Joe Biden get him fucking...
How did he let it get as bad as it was, though, Brent? Like, those teeth were overlapping.
Because he was smoking so much crack, probably.
Well, it's probably
I know, but, like, Jesus Christ.
Fucking crack, dude. Like, you don't fix that shit until you're off of crack. It's probably because he's still on fucking crack.
So go to the fucking dentist on crack. Like, I don't know what the fucking deal is. Like, just go to the fucking dentist. Like,
he is trying to be but he probably knows he's fucking Billy Bush or whatever.
Does this movie say
he's not gonna fucking get it? He's not gonna get any votes.
Fair.
No one's ever gonna vote for Hunter.
Go back.
He's just gonna let himself.
Actually, Dwayne, people would probably vote for Hunter. He hasn't
had to fix his teeth to get billion-dollar deals with Burisma and shit. So
okay, fair. But I can see us voting for Hunter. Hunter could easily become an elected official in the future.
Why did you say Jeffrey?
If that ever happens, then it is our fucking constitutional duty.
Why did you say Jeffrey Epstein has a stinky penis?
I didn't say he has.
No, we were talking about Hot Boy.
Yeah, he's talking about Harv.
Harvey has a stinky penis.
That's why it got fucked up because he never washed it.
Oh, have you
Really?
never seen that, Brant? Have you never looked into Harvey Keen?
I've seen the paintings, the pictures.
Oh, dude, you should
when they
look
showed
up
his,
you should
like,
look up the
dick.
testimony from the trial when the women were talking about his ween. That's fun.
Yeah, no, I've just seen like the courtroom sketches when they showed the pictures. The guy was like, "That's a weird looking dick."
Yeah, no,
You know,
he had a fucked
but
up
then
dick.
like the articles that talk about like fucking how that happened is because he fucking just like didn't clean his cock and he got like fucking gangrene or something.
That's what it must, because like he was injecting his dick with stuff
it is
too.
a fucking disease-eating, virus-eating, flesh-eating cock.
But that's why he would like ask girls if they wanted to shower. Like, you want to take a shower? And then he would be like, I got a stinky penis.
That's my
I gotta
best
get in there
point.
and wash it with you.
As soon as I step out of the shower, I start decaying. So you want it with the water on it.
You're gonna want this. Trust me.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'll
He
put
literally
I'll put
only
the
washed
soap in
it
your
during
mouth,
sex.
and then you suck my cock.
He just kind of like lets like the cold water hit him for. All right, I'm ready. Get in there.
God, imagine
he was a
sucking
bad
that
boy.
thing. You're one of the most beautiful women in the world. You're a perfect 10. You're a Hollywood star, and it's because you sucked a little shriveled like worm dick. Imagine that.
Smells like.
Yeah. I wonder if that's what happened to Amber Heard. I wonder if that's why. Like, see, that's the
In one
new
case,
fucking
that's
Johnny.
like that's the one case would be fine. Yeah.
That's the new. Amber Heard and Johnny Depp is the new Chris Rock slap. Only it actually like kind of has interesting implications to the world at large.
Well, since you brought it up, like
since you brought it up.
No, because I don't know. Like, I haven't been following that, but what's the case with that? Like, Amber Heard's just, like, a bitch, right? Is that the whole thing? Like, she's just...
Yeah,
she's
she shit in his
domestic
bed.
abuser.
She fucking, like, she,
Cut
like,
off his
accused
finger.
a bunch of, like, people who've worked for her. She tried to bring up, like,
Cut off his
fucking, like,
finger.
30 years worth of
Yeah,
fucking
she cut off the tip of
relationships
his
he's
finger.
had, and nobody who's
she
ever
cut
been
off
with
the
him
tip of his
said-
finger?
Yeah, she cut off the tip of Johnny Depp's finger.
What a bitch. Jesus.
She also planted like a bunch of cocaine. Like, there's, if you see earlier before even the court, there were pictures that she released where like, it's Johnny Depp's cocaine box, and it was like 3 perfectly cut lines of cocaine next to like a shot chaser of like whiskey, and
Yeah,
that's
and
like
honestly,
this
like,
big
and that
box,
was
and
another
it's
thing
like,
is, like,
he was
he
gonna
was,
take
like-
all these drugs, but then he
Yeah.
passed out instead. So he just left all this cocaine, and it's like everyone's like, that's no,
Really?
you wouldn't like be like, I'm gonna pass out. I better pour whiskey and make some coke happen.
And when this shit initially came out, people said that he was like a fucking drug addict and shit, but he only got back into fucking alcohol at all because he
Because of her,
fucking
yeah.
Because of
was
her?
with this bitch.
Yeah.
And then fucking she did this whole thing where like she posted pictures on social media of her being beaten up. But then the next day she didn't look at all like she was beaten up, so it was clear that it was makeup.
And she said it was
so
because
here's-
she used this one specific concealer. And they were like, "Oh, did you use that?" And she's like, "I did." And like, "Are you sure?" And she's like,
It was from, like,
100%.
Kylie
It's like
Jenner
that didn't come out until like a year after Jackass. And she's like,
Ooh.
"Oh no,
yeah.
oh no!" And everyone knows I pooped in Johnny Depp's bed.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And then my favorite thing that I heard that came out of it, which was just shows that he had good lawyers, but the final closing statement that they had for Johnny Depp's defense was playing a video of Amber Heard screaming at him saying, "Oh, say you're a man that was abused. No one's gonna fucking care. Like I'm like a fucking
yeah, say it in
you're
front
a
of the
white
jury,
Holy
played in
shit.
front
that
of
was abused."
everyone.
Holy shit, really?
Yeah, she
Holy...
literally said, like,
Yeah.
record me telling you this. Record this right now so you can play in front of the jury about how you got abused and no one's gonna care.
Fuck.
It was
Fuck
pretty
that
funny.
bitch. Yeah.
Badass,
No,
dude.
I don't like Johnny Depp that much. But like,
Women love Johnny Depp,
Damn.
and that let us not forget that's the reason why this has been like 100% accepted by everybody,
Yeah.
because women fucking love Johnny Depp.
that's kind of what I assumed. Like it's
The like defense was like,
Yeah.
Mr. Depp, that's quite a lot of marijuana in this picture. He's like, that sure is a lot of marijuana, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because he's likable. I mean, he's probably
yeah.
just like mumbling his way through everything and going, "Oh, yeah."
It was pretty good. He was actually like more kind of like in the Kyle Rittenhouse way, where like he was just kind of, or not even, because Kyle's a pussy. Actually,
yeah, he
Depp's
cried
been
like a
really,
bitch. What are you talking about?
yeah, no, Depp's charismatic. He was like the lawyer would say something stupid, and it's like,
and he just
it's like,
chuckled.
am I reading that correct? He's like, yes, you're reading that correct. Am I reading that correct, Mr. Depp? Like every time after he read something, I was like, yes, I think we all know you could read.
Oh yeah.
Like,
You know, he was cavalier, but also like fucking. It was good shit.
Well, he's
It
an
was-
He got the
interesting guy.
commentary
Johnny Depp.
laugh.
Yeah, Johnny Depp was. I don't know. Like I dislike him as an actor and kind of as a person.
I think he's a really good actor. When he's
Well,
good, he's
yeah.
fucking
When he's fine,
incredible.
when he's fine, he's fine. But for some reason, like
When he's good, he's incredible.
yeah, he like. I disliked him for some reason, but he also like I think he's probably I shouldn't be so hard on him because I think he was probably a cool person. Like he played bass for the basically like the Butthole Surfers back in the day. Like he was like before the Butthole Surfers became a band. Like he was the bass player and like did lots of like I don't know. I love okay. Anytime I can bring up the Butthole Surfers,
that's such
I will.
a good.
You can say like
amazing.
Part of it is probably like influenced by the fact that the fucking media corporations that covered the case like found out that they get a lot of good reactions if people say bad things about Amber Heard now. But still, the fact that it was a fucking defamation defense case against Johnny Depp. Like fucking, and they had nothing to bring up against him that was that bad. Years and years, 40 years. Look at all these feminists that got behind it and shit. Like the fact that there was nothing bad that came out about him during this whole thing. Really,
I like her.
She's hot. Like her. No, she was hot. I was actually a little bit like bummed. This guy, like even in the world of this movie,
is the best
I was
scene
like,
in the movie.
damn,
this is the best scene in the movie.
He didn't get to bang that cute chick. Honestly,
is she
like,
one of the Red Scare girls?
No, I don't know who that is. She very well could be.
I like her.
She's okay.
I think she's
the cutest girl in the movie. Honestly, she's
not even that cute.
I love it.
Like
like she's just so good at being hysterical.
She's a 6.
It was just
she's like a high
shit.
6.
This was such
Almost
a good scene.
I don't know, Brant.
She looks like SpongeBob in this scene. That's my favorite part.
She totally does. She looks like SpongeBob,
yeah,
but like still,
yeah.
like she's just like she's so good. She's actually hysterical, and I love it.
No, she's a good.
It's nearly
she's
unintelligible. Movies don't let people be unintelligible usually.
Well,
I love it.
So that's why I honestly like this lady Dasha. Like she's actually a very talented person. I'll give her that. Like she's
yeah, no, I'll give her that. I think she's a fucking talented.
Like she seems like a cool person actually. So like maybe a filmmaker worth watching in the future. I would honestly watch her second movie just because of this. So maybe she'll be on Bad Circle again.
Maybe we can get her on. Maybe we can get her on the pod one of these days.
Dasha, if you're out there, just hit me up.
Not if, but when you're out.
Yeah, when you're out there, just DM me.
When you get around to watching this, we know it's going to be in your recommended.
I know. Come on.
This would have been a fun movie to watch on acid. Now that I think about it.
No, it wouldn't have.
I would have had fun. I wasn't scared at all during this entire thing.
Grant, I don't know. I still always think about when I watched Mother on acid, and it's like
you have bad experiences.
I don't watch movies on acid. Even when we watched like Dwayne, we watched what was that Nick Cage movie? Mandy. Like even that, it's like it was fun and all, but like I'm kind of done watching movies.
I dug Mandy because Mandy at the end of the day was about destroying evil. But in this movie, like fucking like all the childy shit would fuck with me.
Yeah,
and Mother is just like so fucking like.
That's awful.
Viscerally disturbing.
I'm still mad at Andrew for doing that to me, but also
and he fucking left you.
Yeah, and he left. Also, just because I thought of it, I saw The Northman last night. By the way,
is that good?
Oh, it was great. I loved it. Yeah, I liked it.
Okay, cool. I've heard mixed reviews, but I didn't trust the people who were mixed reviewing it.
No, it was good. I liked it. It was like, okay, so. When you're on Twitter enough and you see like a bunch of Viking LARPers and stuff like that and pagans, like you see all the classic art and stuff like that from when they're seeing Odin, blah blah blah. What I liked about
Are you
that
saying
movie,
this was LARPer accurate?
It was accurate to like the artwork, like Viking artwork, which I liked. Like
that's like my favorite thing about Robert Eggers is just the fact that he like gives way too much of a shit about the historical accuracy. I love that about him. No, I love that about him.
It was good. I actually would highly recommend it. And also, when I got out of it, I just felt like fucking killing people. I just wanted.
Oh hell yeah, dude! I need a movie like that. You
get out of it and you're just like,
it's actually playing
bloodlust. I want to kill.
Theater.
Hordes. I want to pillage villages. I want to burn people at stakes. Like I just want to go like fucking ham on an entire like town.
Bananas. Run amok.
It's good. Dude. It's a good movie. So
do you know about that? Like how certain cultures like had fucking things like tribal cultures. Well, they were like fucking. That guy's been pissed off lately. Let's just let him run amok. So they just let him fucking just go like fucking punch shit and just fucking like kill people or whatever. And then they're like, all right, you good?
What people?
All right, good.
Yeah, who
are they killing?
I don't know. Some sort of tribal people. Pick your.
No, I'm saying like who are they allowing him to kill? Because obviously it's not everybody.
I don't know. They were like, just. I don't know if they were allowed to go as far as killing, but they were at least allowed to fuck people up.
That's pretty cool. I mean, like that's a nice way to do it.
Yeah, just give them like a fucking day pass. Just like, all right, fucking. Yeah. You've been through a lot.
Okay, so how therapeutic would it be if we let the mental patients out for just a day and they get to smear their shit on the walls and the sidewalks?
Not all the mental patients, but maybe if you like make a bunch of chips up and you like inform the community, like, all right, fucking Billy Wobbs is gonna be running through the blocks of Galena and Mercury today. So just make sure that you got your kids locked up.
Futurama episode with the mutants.
Really?
Yeah, you just described the Futurama episode where they get the day pass for mutants.
Well, now that I've described the Futurama episode, it makes it so any ideas I had are negated. I'm sorry.
No, it's just
Simpsons did it, but actually it was Futurama.
Oh well. Which is the same as
you almost had
was on the ending of the Express, who's got gross feet, and that little girl had to touch him.
What?
Matt Groening.
Oh yeah, Matt. It's really sad.
No, as much as I pre-Lolita or pre-Little Black Book, fucking respected Matt Groening. Like I wouldn't want to touch his feet.
No, I don't know. I'm Matt Groening's pretty fucking disappointing, honestly. I was the biggest. I did a whole when I was in 5th grade. I did a report. We had to do a report on our favorite people. Matt Groening was my favorite person in 5th grade. And
you say is it Groening? That's how you pronounce it?
Groening, yeah, not Groening.
I always thought it was Groening.
I did too for a long time. I'm pretty sure it's Groening. Yeah.
I'm not gonna stop saying Groening though.
That's fine. You know what's funny actually? When I was really little, because I've been watching Simpsons since I was like 3. When I was like 4 or 5, I remember thinking that every episode of The Simpsons was called Math Groening. I literally thought that for a while, where I was like, oh, why is every episode called Math Groening?
Oh, there's a Tenenbaum in this. One of the royalties. Yeah, Richard Tenenbaum with the Royal Tenenbaums was an executive producer in this.
Tannenbaum. There's
I know.
Tenenbaum, Brant. You're reaching.
I tried. It's like, what else do you do?
What are you going to do?
It's a meh movie. Meh.
Well, that's fine. That's fine. I think a lot of the context probably does it for me, which isn't actually what the movie is. Like, it feels very inside jokey. It feels very like you have to be on the internet. You know, it's an internet person movie. Also,
it's
like
very
they
much
say
like
they say red pilled at one point.
Red pilled. Yeah. They say they make fun of Reddit. They're like Reddit's for fucking mongoloids or whatever.
Yeah, I mean.
Sure.
Hearing that though, I see. Like hearing that from somebody's lips in a film, you're like.
It's like the entire time of the movie, I feel like someone was just kind of there going like, do you get it? Do you get the reference? Do you get the joke? Do you get it?
Yeah.
It's like, I got it. Like, I'm not retarded.
And that would have been a little bit more of like the Judd Apatow angle, but like in this, it wasn't even as much of that. It was more just like, you don't get it. You don't get it. You don't get it.
It's actually, that's right. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Judd Apatow's like, do you get the joke? But this is like, you don't get it. You're too stupid to understand.
You're not red.
You don't know what the Ten of Swords
means. Yeah.
You don't know what the Sun card is. You're fucking dumb.
I just want to know whether this movie was fucking like pro Pizzagate or not, though.
Yeah.
No, it is. Well, it's not pro Pizza.
But it was delivered as a joke, but it was also delivered as a joke that like just advanced the plot. So
okay, I don't know actually enough about the Red Scare ladies to know what their opinion on Pizzagate is, but I would say that they're probably like believers. I would say. I'll.
Because when you think about how that girl who brought it up, she was a plant the whole time. She was a pawn, so maybe she was like. Bringing up to like disingenuize other things or whatever. She was just like, like a different lead, running the trail cold somewhere else.
Well, I mean that's the whole Pizzagate thing is like how much of the obviously Pizzagate had legitimacy to it, but how much of it was just made to make people look ridiculous? Yeah, because there's stuff about it where it's like okay, like.
Hey, Mr. Podesta, can't wait to have those hot dogs at your next party. It's like, that's weird.
Yeah.
No one said
that. But wait. So, like, that was like one of the Pizzagate things that I was like, okay, so, like, Obama ordered a bunch of hot dogs and pizza from Chicago. Like, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but Chicago's known for its hot dogs and pizza.
It's true.
Sure, but it's still, like... weird.
But still, like some of
the language they use in those emails
are a little like sus, and most of them are directly Podesta-fied.
Yeah,
it's Podesta, and then it's it's not even like, oh, he ordered a bunch of pizza and hot dogs from Chicago. Sure, you're right. They are. They're like their two base foods are known for that. It's Chicago style pizza in
cheese
Chicago.
pizza though, specifically. It's cheese pizzas.
Which isn't Chicago. Chicago's a fucking like meat Sicilian pie. And
so you could say that it's kind of
also
weird that they're getting
like,
cheese pizza specifically. Like,
But
Obama
likes cheese
also,
pizza?
you gotta
Chicago.
remember, Obama wasn't the most down to the people person as we speak of him. He was a fucking weirdo to a certain extent.
Yeah, everyone in Yale was like, "What a fucking autist."
Okay, so what? But does that mean he gets cheese pizza, Dwayne? Like, what is that? Is that what the weirdo gets? I guess I don't know. I would think it'd be pepperoni, honestly, or pineapple.
Insult my kind, man. Pepperoni is pizza. Pepperoni is based like that. That is the
yeah, but that's like
fucking what pizza is.
I know, but the weirdo is just gonna what?
What's as weird as you'll go with the pizza?
Oh, I'll go
anywhere.
I'll go anything. I'll go crazy. I don't.
One
care.
of my favorites is
not like maybe not like human meat or like fucking.
Well, yeah, but like I'll try some weird pizzas.
Would you try like a pineapple, jalapeno, and anchovy pizza?
Sure, I'll fuck with that. I'll try anything once.
Basically.
Do like some clam meat on that thing too, or some weird shit, like some shrimp pizza.
I don't know about like pineapple with anchovies necessarily, or especially with clams. I'm not sure about the pineapples on that. Like pineapples
with like the
specific.
jalapenos, it's got spicy and salty and sweet. But here's the real one.
Yeah,
here's the real question, Cats. If you about all those pizzas. You about how about some cheese pizza?
I don't know.
Want some cheese pizza and hot dog?
Cats? You go like cheese pizza.
Listen, I got my buddy Podesta. He's outside the door right now.
Cats, you like cheese?
Like cheese pizza? Man?
Oh yeah, no, just set it. Set it on the set her on the stoop. Yeah, I'll be there in a second.
And that's the whole movie. The whole fucking movie was just that.
Okay.
You get it? You get it? You don't get it.
Like, is that your pitch, Brand? We should probably get to the pitch.
Yeah, no,
I'm not pitching. My pitch is just like
literally your pitch?
My pitch would be this. If I was going to do anything like this, it'd be like, let's just take like a condensed year and heck and try and make that into a fucking movie.
Okay, Brent. Okay. This is a movie that you should have a pitch on, because if it's a movie you don't like, you're saying that it could be better. What would be better about this movie?
I mean, I kind of gave you the ideas. Yeah, like a Mel Brooks, make it funnier.
That honestly should be a philosophy of this program, where if you're gonna ditch on it, if you're gonna bitch on it, you got to be able to improve upon it.
I don't want, because I don't really think there would be much I'd want to do with it. But like I said, like the
Mel
Brooks, make it sillier.
Shut
the fuck up, Dwayne. Make it sillier. Could make it a little bit goofier like that or something.
Well, how?
That's what we said. Like just fucking full.
No, I need a pitch. It's your turn. Do you want me to go with Dwayne first?
That's it. That's my pitch.
Okay, you get to think about it. You get to think about it while Dwayne talks. I want an actual pitch, you motherfucker. Okay, Dwayne,
wait,
go.
do you want to hear Brand explain what A Year of Heck would look like as a movie at all?
I want a pitch as an actual movie. I want the actual plot and what to do with the movie.
Here's what I got, Gats. Okay, so I'm thinking of a kind of sequel to it, because like she learns that there is like
60-second.
Sure, yeah, but like it's gonna be a little different. So it's gonna be playing upon the same sort of themes, the same sort of vibes. It's gonna have the exact same fucking evil roommate bitch moving into a new house, but this time it's on the West Coast. This is the house of Bill Cosby, and now we're gonna be a much funnier movie. And but it's still gonna have the same fucking evil bitch. But now we know she's evil, so it can be a little bit more forthcoming with how fucking like cartoonishly bullshit she's being about shit. And a woman comes who's like super pro Bill Cosby and like is talking about how great of a guy he was and how he ain't never done nothing wrong.
Okay.
And then after that, what we're gonna do is they're gonna fucking like be living in there. There's gonna be like the whole fucking like vibes of Bill Cosby coming upon this girl, where she starts getting really sleepy and she starts talking about the Jello, and then eventually they go down to the fucking basement and find the Jello. And the Jello, you know what the Jello was? It was congealed baby blood all along. That's all.
Adrenochrome.
That's what it was. It was adrenochrome.
Wait, Dwayne, I have a question. So in this movie, it's a haunting because Jeffrey Epstein is dead. How is it a haunting in this movie? Is it just that Bill Cosby?
Same exact thing, because Bill.
Just his vibes.
But it's just Bill Cosby is actually alive, and he's just like fucking. He starts sending like emails first. He just starts sending like angry but really dadly.
No.
Emails.
Okay, no. Hold on. If I can insert something, like literally. Bill Cosby should come to them in their sleep. They wake up and they're like, what's this taste in my mouth?
Oh, yeah, like Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, because Bill Cosby was all about sleeping women. So
yeah, no, exactly. So they wake up from their sleep and then they look around. They're surrounded by Jello.
Yeah. There's like, oh, what the? There's Jello all over my face. What's going on?
Yeah, exactly. And then they start looking into it, and then fucking. Well, in this case, it can't be the exact same fucking fucking girl who is coming up, showing up to fucking like fuck shit up, because now she has an apprentice, but we don't know that yet. We don't know it's her apprentice, but a girl starts showing up and asking questions. So we're like, okay, it's the exact same fucking plot as the first movie. So the fucking girl starts showing up and asking questions, and fucking she started talking about like fucking all these based ideas about how Bill Cosby is fucked up, and the other roommate is like, oh well, I went and saw Bill Cosby when I was 13 years old. He was so funny. That was I watched Bill Cosby show when I was a kid.
I don't remember
not just
what
Cosby show,
happened
Bill
after
Cosby
he
show.
took me to his trailer, but I had pops and I fell asleep.
Chocolate cake for breakfast. Chocolate cake for breakfast was a great bit. Jeez, guys.
That was super.
It was actually a good show. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah,
but,
remember his sweaters? Remember the
actually
Cosby
a good
sweaters?
show.
Oh my god.
But anyway, so like that's where so it goes up to the fucking them just like getting addicted to the Jellos, fucking, and they're just eating the Jellos instead of the meths. But fucking the fucking dark-haired bitch from the last movie, who's now doing Rachel Dole all blackface, by the way. That's instead of being a dark Rachel Dole's all
nice.
blackface.
Okay, awesome. So we have a Jewish woman. Oh wait, no, she wasn't the Jewish woman. Okay.
No, she's not a Jewish woman in this place. I think she's a big booty Latina in this case. Actually, I think that's who the person who gets taken over, because I believe that was a thing that Bill Cosby enjoyed. He liked him in the darker show.
Caked up. He liked the dark cake, I guess.
He enjoyed cake. I mean, he was a proud African American. He enjoyed cake.
Tres de leche was his favorite flavor, they say.
Tres de leche. What is that, Brant?
It's a Hispanic cake. It means 3 milks. That was a joke. I said it wrong.
Well, Bill Cosby had more than 3 milks to give to these slumbering lasses. But anyway, it just like it comes out to that where like, but in this case, in the end, like fucking before like the whole like fucking final hypnosis, like fucking like going in to try to like figure out like, because now we know it's Bill Cosby's house. Now we know like the demons are connected. It's the same fucking realtor, same fucking bitch, fucking. It's all fucking clearly part of the same conspiracy. So before any of that can happen, just fucking final fucking showdown. The fucking the bitch from the first movie, the fucking conspiracy theorist, the director of the saga, comes in and just fucking mows everyone down. And then she finds the cell phone of the realtor and is able to find a fucking connection to actually get to where the Illuminati is holed up, and that's our sequel hook.
You want to set up a third film?
Yeah, no, I feel like this movie, with the amount of plot that's actually set up in the beginning, and the amount of plot that I'm actually like able to give you at the moment, I think this needs to go to a final thing where you actually try to take down the true Illuminati in the third movie.
Oh, I liked Brant's idea, Kevin Spacey.
Yeah, no, Kevin Spacey. Yeah, Kevin Spacey can be like that's a great idea. Actually, I'm up for that. So like, so fucking conspiracy theorist lady mows everybody down and comes in there soaked in blood. Fucking picks up the phone, answers the phone, and like just like they hang up, and she's like, "What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do?" And then fucking disgraced, newly gay Kevin Spacey walks in the room, was like, "It goes so much deeper." and then we cut to credits.
Unlike a child's butthole, this goes a lot deeper.
I like it. I would like a subplot about how like Bill Cosby is like getting in and out of prison. I'd like I'd like a subplot where it's like they find out that actually Bill Cosby is literally sneaking in and out of prison every single night to go rape girls like that lived in like apartments that he used to.
Or you make it
it's also like because I also want to like I dig you there because like I'd also like to see like fucking Bill Cosby just like fucking like because like he's in the way we perceive him now, like he's not lucid. He's just like I still think it's the 80s. Oh, new Coke's gonna really beat this old Coke. Like the fuck, but then when he shows up there, it's just like, oh, it's like the 80s again. It's all.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna do a Freddy Krueger thing where, like, as long as he's sleeping, he can like haunt them or something, and it's just him in prison, like getting butt fucked by his cellmate while he's like also molesting them.
Oh, hey! That's actually pretty good too. Like Bill Cosby is
sleeping.
like, yeah, he's like projecting. He's projecting into his old apartment, his old living spaces.
He saves the pudding from lunches, and he
he's so unhappy in his current
he sleeps to give him
butt
power.
rape space that he is just fucking. He is projecting his spirit back to the 80s.
Bill Cosby is getting mouth raped in prison and.
And there's an old
he's mouth raping somebody.
There's an old cleaning lady at the apartment, but then that turns out to be Bill Cosby's ex-wife, warning them against the horrors of Bill Cosby.
Yeah,
Bill Cosby,
he literally raped me when he was in different states. Like he doesn't have to be. He doesn't have to be in your bedroom. He can rape you wherever you are.
You think you will? They have a conversation where she's like, well, at least he would like be on the road and like doing movies all the time, right? And she's like, no matter where he was always right.
And so the joke is after he gets done like molesting them, we always see like Bill Cosby getting out of like an interesting position or something, like he's at face down at, but we never see like the penetration till the end where like we just see somebody like just bobbing his head on him.
But like I also want to emphasize like this is like supposed to be a funnier movie. Like,
yeah,
so,
that's
because we're aware of all these things, like the satire is much more obvious. The bullshit that fucking black-haired chick, who is now Rachel Dolezal, is pulling is much more obvious. Like, it's all fucking like, but also like whenever Bill Cosby's in scene, it just becomes like straight up fucking like slapstick and just like silly jokes and just like maybe we could even like fucking like at the height of like him stabbing someone to death at the end through his ghost or whatever, like fucking like that, like maybe at the end height of that we could just bring in a laugh track.
Every knife cut is like put by like a thrust of someone going into his ass and just keeps going like that. And he's like, I'm gonna get you.
I like the laugh track idea. No, this is starting to sound like Too Many Cooks almost. But
here
I go raping. Right? Here I go raping again.
Here I am eating my pudding pops and getting an erection. Yeah. I'm gonna go sleep and molest women.
I do like the concept of just like they're in this apartment and they're getting raped every night and they're like, it couldn't be Bill Cosby. He's in prison.
He's in prison right now. Look, he's on the news being in prison.
Yeah, I saw him. I saw him in handcuffs.
In California.
He can't do this. This is impossible. No, Bill Cosby can rape you anywhere. He's everywhere.
We gotta get rid of all the pudding pops, all the Jello procs. They gotta go, and you get like the scene of them throwing it all out and burning it.
I love it. Okay. That's doing pretty well. Brant, have you thought of anything?
I do. I think you're gonna hate it, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's something. Go ahead.
So, in a not too distant future, after the Ghislaine Maxwell trials conclude, we go back. You know, the entire Hollywood industry has collapsed after like mass arrests taken of all these child pornographers and abusers, and they're all put away. And however you want to deal with them, prison or treason, where we kill them all, whatever. Yeah. The point is, it's about 10 years or so later, and it's the first ever reintroduction to the Oscars, and we're gonna follow a film crew setting up the last stage of the Oscars for the big reintroduction. But while they're there, they hear something. The faint sound of laughter. The musing of the crowd. Mm-hmm. And then suddenly, a slap. It's Chris Rock and Will Smith haunting the Oscars. And Jada Pinkett will be there too. Well, we won't notice her.
Ray, you're a terrible person. You deserve no pity.
Yeah, Brent, you're right. I hate it.
Kevin Spacey.
That was what that was leading.
Thank you. Our third Chris Rock and Will Smith reference. I'm glad.
Our third fucking Chris Rock Will Smith reference in as many weeks since it's been irrelevant.
And at the end. We see the reveal as someone takes off a wig and they turn around to Jada Pinkett the whole time.
Okay, I actually like that.
It'd be a white woman,
that's a great
too.
joke.
Saved her at the end. Saved her
if
right
SNL
there.
had any balls, then they would do that
yard
joke.
line.
That's actually very funny. If like SNL should do that joke if they had any balls, like where it's Jada Pinkett. Oh, it's Jada Pinkett all along.
The white girl turns around, taking it off, and like the mask, it's like Jada. It's like, get him, Chris.
Yeah. Behind every mask could be Jada Pinkett Smith. That's the looming fear. I mean, she can slip into anything. She's like the shapeshifter, that slippery head of hers.
Her alopecia allows her like to wiggle into people's skin without them even knowing.
Yeah, alopecia is actually like an X-Men type affliction where it's like she's like the
it's
Jennifer
not a
Lawrence
condition.
character.
It's a byproduct. It's an effect. It's what's
the
the
effect
fucking
of the blood. It's an effect of the blood.
Yeah, the alopecia. No, it's the effect of like her wearing other people's skin. And she's been wearing them for so long.
Well, here's the thing that I wonder about is like all
that's
that
like it
hair
caused her
you're
to go
losing,
bald.
all that hair you're losing has to go somewhere, right?
Well, she lost it because she wore so much skin. It like so.
Is it in her butt?
Wait, no,
is it
she's
in her butt? Is it like something she can use as a tool? Like
no, she has no hair.
No hair. She's just hairless.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's kind of
that's what they want you
slippery.
to fucking.
No, but Dwayne, she's slippery.
No, Dwayne, I
she
usually add to your stories. You're fucking taking away from mine right now. Shut the fuck up.
Okay, Brant. Here's a question I have though. Does she have to wear wigs, or does she?
Yeah, because I'll just be. Okay, so like I said, like we have Jada Pinkett there, and we just ignore her for most of it. Like, oh, she's here, but whatever. She has nothing to do with like the Will Smith and Chris Rock haunting this place. Their angry souls dueling constantly or whatever. Uh-huh. But then it's like at the end, that's why the reveal is she has to be wearing the wig because she has to like. That's like, wait, you were Jada the whole time, and we turn to look at whoever the other Jada was. And it's just like a mannequin or something that just falls over.
What if she was Chris Rock? What if she, or not Chris Rock? What if she was Will Smith all along?
Oh, like Will Smith, like that also pulls off a mask.
Yeah,
and, like,
Will Smith pulls off the mask, and it's actually Jada. No, that's retarded.
No, it's Jada's actually Will Smith, and then the white girl who's like been the damsel in distress this whole time is actually Jada.
Okay.
And then Chris Rock is like at the end, like, we finally got you where we want. Chris, he was like, oh, geez, what are you guys gonna do with me? I'm just a small black guy. And they're like, ooh, and we cut to credits.
Just a small black.
That's how we're ending this film. Is Chris Rock going? I'm just a little guy.
I can't do nothing.
I'm just
and it's like it's curtained for you, Chris, and then Finn? ? The end.
Okay. Is that your final pitch?
That's it.
Okay,
that's it.
Brand,
there you go.
It got better. I really like Jada as a shape-shifting like X-Men mutant.
Like a skinwalker.
Yeah, skinwalker.
That's a useful concept, which has merit in so many.
That has legs. That definitely has legs.
That's got legs. That's got mad legs.
Jada Pinkett the Skinwalker does seem like a pretty good sketch, honestly. I like that one.
I really like that. Like I said, like if SNL had balls, that would be a joke that they would have done the day after the Oscars. Like that would have been hilarious. That would have been awesome. But I gotta.
But it was probably like I don't know what SNL did.
Brant, shut up! I was just about to give you the win. I'm gonna give it to Brant if you don't shut the fuck up.
I'm sorry. I had a joke. I'm sorry.
Okay.
This is why you need headphones.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Can hear us when we tell you to shut the fuck up and you can remember it.
Then
I heard you the first time.
Then you could hear my goddamn transitions as I like announce you the winner. You talkative bastard. You. No, you're good.
Can I say a joke I thought of?
Yes. Don't make that puppy dog face.
I heard Viola Davis is gonna play Michelle Obama in a movie or a TV series. And I think she kind of looks like her, but her cock isn't nearly big enough.
That was like if Norm Macdonald's like retarded son. Like if
that was like Norm Macdonald's last joke on his deathbed. And he was like, "Wait, let me redo that." And then he flatlined.
Yeah.
You were going for the fucking trash can before you heard the cock.
I was, because it was like I thought I had like a much meatier burp that was gonna like sound wetter, but I already burped.
Oh, okay. I figured
you just knew.
It was okay. Which one's Viola Davis anyway?
She's an actress. She's black.
Was she in Suicide Squad? Is that her?
She was in Fences with Denzel Washington.
I haven't seen that. I don't know that one.
I think she was in Suicide Squad.
She plays the mom in a lot of shit.
Okay. Was she in fuck, I can't think of anything else. Was she in like The Help? I can't remember that movie well.
Probably.
I don't know. That was a black person movie, right? I don't know.
Yeah, they were all in that one.
Yeah, they were all. Even Bill Cosby came out for that one.
Well, you won, Dwayne.
Yep.
Congrats.
Okay. All right. We're watching Future World.
Is that the pick? Nice. Okay, that looks cool.
Gonna watch I was watching a Bollywood movie right before this, called like 2.0, and it was interesting.
Yeah, she was in The Help.
Oh,
nice.
Fucking funny.
Nice.
Yeah, I was gonna do like a Bollywood thing. Where
my racism helped.
She was in Suicide Squad.
Okay.
Doing this. It seems good. This seems
what
like
made you choose this, Brant?
You know what honestly did it was like I finally watched the trailer. Let me see if the fucking and like the prosthetics for the face right here. Well, and like the practical effects. Where's the trailer?
What? Oh shit! That's the watch now. Oh well.
I don't want to watch trailer.
Never mind.
Trailers ruin the experience.
Well, maybe not. I don't know. With the older
maybe
movies
for you,
like
I just try to avoid trailers.
I don't go for trailers, but I mean we're making content here. We're making some content.
Oh, I didn't realize we were making content.
Wow, contents.
Oh, dude, Prime Video, Amazon Original.
Wow.
Anyways,
so,
yeah.
Grant, are there uncomfortable panty shots in this?
This doesn't look like that kind of movie.
70s.
Yeah, there might be some, but it doesn't look like that kind of movie, honestly.
Uncomfortable panty shots.
This looks like a pretty reputable movie.
Movie?
This looks like a good classic.
It looks like a 70s sci-fi.
This is a sequel to Westworld?
Yeah.
Oh gosh. All right. I feel like I gotta watch. I've never seen the original Westworld before.
Yeah, Brent, have you seen this movie at all?
Did you watch The Scary of 61st?
No, I'm just asking.
You, then.
Am I the only one?
No, I haven't.
Watches movies?
Well, that's what that Scary of 61st. That's one of that and Buckbreaking. Well, no, I'd seen Buckbreaking before.
That and Buckbreaking.
No, listen, it was either
that was like the first movie I've chose that I haven't seen before, honestly.
Or it was gonna be a trauma too. I was gonna watch. I thought Preacher Man looked good, but then I was like, oh, this is just a really bad trauma.
Well, the only reason I'm asking that, Brant, is just because it's a sequel. It's a sequel to Westworld. So should we watch Westworld before this?
No, that's dumb.
It was either that.
I kind of want to watch Westworld. Actually, that's a Michael Crichton movie.
Kat, you want to just both watch Westworld?
Yeah,
watch Westworld on your own.
I'm interested actually because I've wanted
the show Westworld is cool, and I just like my mom always fucking my mom when I was a fucking kid always like fucking when she was just video this puts video games to shame.
There's just so much stuff. It's just so much movement, and like all the credits are like the CGI and the fucking